Good evening and welcome to Susan Bentley Field in beautiful Thorsby, Alabama on what should be a great night for football as our Thorsby Rebels take on the Randolph County High School Tigers in the first round of the 2025 Class 3A state playoffs. Welcome to Piper Peach Radio Tailgate Show. It's sponsored tonight by Clanton Tractor and Country Financial. Well, it's been a historic season for the Rebels of Thorsby, and they'll need to defeat these visitors from Wedowee in order to advance to the second round and continue the ride. Well, can the Rebels win and advance? How can their all-time winningest coach, Darrell Davis, get his team motivated and ready to play? Will their quarterback, Braylon Carroll, be able to continue his march through the school record books? Stay tuned, and we'll all find out soon enough. My name is Mike Ellison, and I'm happy to be here for my first time on Piper Peach Radio. Joining me tonight is color analyst Kelly Smitherman, a former linebacker for the Chilton County Tigers. Welcome, Kelly.
Hey, Mike, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is exciting stuff. It is playoff time for high school football. I love it when the grass starts to turn a different color. There's a cold feel in the air, and there are guys out there with dreams of getting one of those Alabama maps after about 5 weeks from now.
That's right, Kelly. I tell you, it is going to be a great night. The weather should be around 60 degrees for most of the game, only dropping a couple of degrees as we get to the fourth quarter. But tonight, the Rebels meeting Randolph County, who presents its own challenges for the home team.
They do. You've got an experienced playoff team in Randolph County over the years. This is not their first rodeo. Here you've got the Thorsby Rebels, who over the last few years have been working their way up and gotten a lot better as a football program here. But they will have their hands full tonight with Randolph County. This is not a pushover team that has come into Thorsby tonight.
No, they're definitely not. They have a lot of history on their side, if you will, and probably a little more playoff experience than the Rebels do. But, this game will be played on this field out here tonight.
Yes, it will, and it's going to be it's almost two different teams from a concept standpoint that you're seeing tonight, with Thorsby having a multi-set offense, and they like to throw the ball a little bit. They really love to run the ball, and you've got a team in Randolph County that's all they want to do, Mike, is run, and they know how to do it.
That's right. They've got a couple of really good players, one in particular. Tell us a little bit about the seasons of these teams, Kelly.
You've got Thorsby rolling here at 9-1. Their only loss was to Southside Selma at Southside Selma. I had the privilege or not privilege or whatever you want to call it, Mike, to have to coach and play in Southside. Not an easy place to play against a very good team, but outside of that, these Thorsby Rebels have dominated on both sides of the ball from a point. Giving up points and points scored. They are second in both of those categories in their region. On the other side, you got Randolph County, who has scored a lot of points, but they have a tendency to give up a lot of points. They've given up some of the most points in their region, especially to be a 3 seed high in there. And so if Thorsby takes care of business on the offensive side of the ball, and if they don't stop Randolph County's run game, this could be a shootout for us tonight.
Yes, looking at the schedule, you see that they gave up 50 points to Central Coosa, 34 to Dadeville, 58 to Lee Scott, 49 to Glenwood. So they have that tendency. Although obviously they're 8-2 and they have outscored their opponents. They've managed to do that to almost all of them, except for the first two teams I mentioned, Lee Scott and Glenwood. So anyway, tonight we are excited to be here. I tell you what, they've done so many improvements here at Thorsby. They got a beautiful concession stand and ticket booth area, and they've also added their girls softball fields right next door.
Oh, I love looking across there at the Jumbotron they've got. The Rebels on top. They've got it fired up tonight. and the fans started rolling in here. Mike, me and you got here before 5 o'clock, and there were already people waiting to get in this place. They are excited to be here in Thorsby tonight to watch their Rebels play. This is what I love about high school sports. As we come in, me and you talked about it. They had their spots already staked out. There were chairs and rows. There were blankets and places put down. They've got their lucky spots. And if they don't feel like they're in those spots, they don't feel like they can win. That's their part of being the team. And so they had to be in their spots, and they made sure they got here early tonight to do it.
Well, I hate to think about what articles of clothing might not have been changed because of this winning streak they've had, but we won't go into any further about that. But we are excited to be here. The Rebels will be wearing their home maroon with white pants and red trim, while Randolph County, the Tigers, are in the white jersey and blue numerals with an old gold trim. So anyway, they're out here warming up, and we're about 23 minutes away from kickoff. So we're going to be right back after a minute, our first break. And stay tuned and hear more about the game after this.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
Blessed Miss Designs now has a storefront on Montgomery Avenue in Thorsby. Stop by and see Stephanie for all your printed and embroidered apparel. Be sure to like them on Facebook and go Rebels!
All right, we're back here at Susan Bentley Field here in Thorsby. Tonight's game, again, is the Thorsby Rebels versus the Randolph County Tigers. Randolph County is 8-2. They hail from Wedowee, Alabama, which is a little 100-mile trip for here. So these guys really had to get on a bus and get over here today and get ready to play. Like I said, they were 8-2 this year in the regular season. They went 4-2 in their region, Region 4, which is, in my opinion, one of the toughest regions in the state. They lost the game to Glenwood School out of Phoenix City and then Lee Scott Academy in Opelika. They are coached by their local legend, Pat Prestridge, who has spent this is his 20th season at Randolph County High School. He spent 7 years back in the early 2000s over there, where he went 54-29, and then he took about a 4 or 5 year break, and he's been here since 2013, and this is his 13th year here back in his second stint with the Tigers. He has won 113 games and lost 43, including a loss at the 2A championship game in 2017, where they lost to Hillcrest Evergreen 26-14. He did, in his first stint, he did win a state championship game in 2003, where his Tigers defeated Luverne 21-14. They finished 14-1 and state champions. So his total record is 167 wins and 72 losses. That's about a 70% winning percentage. So he is by far the winningest coach in Randolph County High School. And on a little bit of a side note, he was also a all-state player for the Tigers back in 1987 as a quarterback and defensive back. Randolph County Kelly is 17-11 in the first round of the playoffs. So this is their 29th appearance in the state playoffs. Since 2020, they've won 41 games. They've lost 24. And as a school, their history is they've made it to the semifinals 7 times, winning 5 of those games, which means 5 state championship appearances.
Yeah, that's they. Like I said, they are no stranger to this time of year playing high school football. And here's what I love about watching these guys on film. What I've seen is it is old-fashioned smash mouth football. They're about to get their hand in the dirt, and every snap of the ball, they're going to run downhill and come right at you. That's one of my first notes I wrote down was run, run, run. And they've got a horse that can do it. Young man's name is Maurice Winston, number 2, and that's a name that we're going to talk a lot about tonight. He has rushed for over 2,000 yards on the season, and what's impressive about that, not just the number of yards, the amount of yards that he's got, is Mike, he only touches the ball about 15 times a game. He's averaging over 14 yards a carry every time he touches the ball, and they do it from a wishbone. They do it from the wing tee. I've seen the power I. I've seen the basic I formation. But every time it's just different ways to get him the ball and to get it down the field. You could add up all the yardage of everybody else combined, and it's not even half of what this young man has. And so it's going to be exciting to see one of the top players in the state on their side go. So that they're not flashy at all. They love the off-tackle runs. Defensively, you want to see a team that runs a base 4-3. They're going to have a too-high safety at times. They run a little man-to-man. We've seen some zone mixed in. And they're going to have their hands full with Thorsby's multiple offense, but they run everything through one middle linebacker. Matthew White plays O-line for them and linebacker. He's their leading tackler, and he's a coast-to-coast kind of guy. He loves to get downhill. He reads well, and that's going to be a key for them tonight to win this game. They're going to have to control the line, get some chunk plays, and don't get caught up in the magic show in the backfield of Thorsby. Follow where those guards are going, follow where the ball is, and make plays, or they're going to have a long night.
Well, I noticed that Winston has scored 32 touchdowns rushing this year, which is pretty incredible. The team has 51 rushing touchdowns and only 3 passing touchdowns.
And he's got a couple of those passing touchdowns too. Winston touches the ball. And then we were looking at it right before we went on the air. We talked about it. One of the last stats we saw was somebody along the way decided to kick the ball to that kid too at kickoff and punt returns. He only got 7 on the year, but he's averaging close to 50 yards every time he touches the ball on a return. Do not let number 2 have the ball unless you can help it. Yeah,
the Rebels going to have their work cut out for them tonight. On top of that, Winston is also a defensive back, and he has 2 interceptions this year.
2 picks. He's got 22 tackles, pass defended. He is one of those old school players that he could probably play 100 snaps a game and still look the same at number 1 as he does at number 100.
He drove the bus over too, guys.
So he is. I really think that this is going to be a tough matchup for them defensively. But if they can control the ball, and keep Thorsby's offense off the field, that's where they're going to win tonight.
All right, Kelly, thank you. We'll be back in a couple of minutes after more words from our sponsors.
Looking for that perfect gift for Christmas? Get by Old Orchard Amish Furniture in Clinton, where you'll find premium quality handcrafted rockers, gliders, swings, and more. Find them on Facebook or stop by and see Bruce at their location on County Road 37 in Clinton. Old Orchard Amish Furniture, a gift of love built for a lifetime. Clinton's favorite market is back and better than ever. Market 22, formerly Bee's Market, is now open. Stop by for fresh hand-cut meats and seafood, plus all the seasonings, rubs, and sauces you need to bring the flavor home. Proudly locally owned and operated, Market 22 has your holiday specials ready, just in time for your next family feast. And coming soon, EBT and wine sales. That's Market 22 in Clinton, where you'll always find prime cuts and quality goods. Cracks in your walls, floors uneven, moisture in the basement? Don't wait for it to get worse. Home Lifters is here to help. We're Alabama's foundation repair and waterproofing experts, and we've helped hundreds of homeowners protect what matters most, their homes. Sinking foundations, wet crawl spaces or basements, cracked or bowing walls, settling concrete. Visit homelifters.net today for your free estimate and let us keep your home solid from the ground up. Home Lifters Foundation Repair. We raise homes and restore peace of mind.
All right, we're back at Susan Bentley Field here in Thorsby, where the Rebels take on the Randolph County Tigers tonight in the first round of the 2025 state playoffs. Let's talk about the Rebels. Kelly, we mentioned that they were 9-1. They finished 9-1 in the regular season, and that's included a 6-1 record in Region 3, where they only lost to Southside. You mentioned Southside Selma and playing ball over there. I played over there a couple of times, and I know exactly what you mean. It was a bit of an experience there, kind of on the side of the school, as I remember. But anyway, they did rebound and win their last game against B.B. Comer, so they were able to right the ship, so to speak, not let that loss affect them too much.
No, they have been on a collision course for these playoffs from the start. They came out strong on the season, had a hiccup in Southside, and then turned it around. Their expectations were not just to make the playoffs. They most definitely want to get deep into this playoff run.
Yes, Coach Davis has been here. This is his 13th season with the Rebels, and he is the all-time winningest coach here at Thorsby. He has 74 wins and 65 losses, but since 2020, he has 41 wins and only 25 losses.
That is something that, talking about a turnaround a program, Thorsby's always been known for their baseball program, had an incredible baseball program for a lot of years. And then Daryl's come in here and kind of turned that around and said, hey, we can be more than a one-sport school here, guys. And that record shows it.
Yes, it does. So anyway, he's been here this is his 13th year. The Rebels have made the playoffs 8 out of the last 9 seasons, which is pretty incredible in its own right. And this is their 15th appearance in the playoffs in school history. They've made it to the second round 3 different times, so it's not something that's unheard of, but they do have their work cut out for them tonight.
They do. A 2-3 matchup's always a scary matchup. I had an opportunity to coach in several of those games, and don't ever let somebody, because they come in as a lower seed, fool you. We talked Randolph's 8-2, but some of those regions you mentioned are very, very strong, and so this is not just because we're at home does not mean you automatically win these things.
That's true. The Rebels started out the season with a big win in the rivalry with Isabella, 22-8, and then also they had road wins this year at Sumter Central, Wilcox Central, Hale County, and Thomasville, all region games.
And none of those places are easy to play at. That is a brutal road schedule, so that shows that these young men down there in the maroon are not fazed by who's on the other side of the ball from them or even the surroundings. They've been able to block that out and just play football.
In 2 of their region games here at home, they outscored Dallas County and Greensboro combined 100-20.
That is unbelievable. And I mentioned it earlier, this offense is they're based around, and I'm going to maybe jump ahead here, but this kid's got to be talked about. Their quarterback for the Rebels, Braylon Carroll, is the man for this team. Everything runs through this quarterback. And he throws the ball well, and he has gotten better as the season's gone along. Started off a little rough, had not played, replacing a 4-year starter coming in before him, and so he has made it his team. But here's what's awesome that I love. They move the ball around. You're going to see multiple guys tonight touch the ball, not just Braylon Carroll. You've got Lucas Jackson. You've got Collier Price. You've got Caden Collins. They all touch the ball about 5 times a night, and they all are effective when they touch the ball. Big plays happen all the time around these guys, and if they keep that up, then Randolph's going to have a hard time slowing this offense down.
Well, you mentioned Braylon Carroll, the quarterback, the just superstar quarterback for the Rebels. He has 56 completions and 91 attempts this year, which is 62%. I mean, that's pretty good in
Not bad at all.
any class. For 1,069 yards with 13 touchdowns, but only 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he does not turn the ball over through the air. Much smart decisions, and he does an amazing job with the off-script plays. What I mean by off-script, that will come back.
National anthem.
All right, we'll be back in a minute. Thank you.
Or sprucing up your home, Garrison's has everything you need. They offer a wide selection of livestock feed, gardening tools, and pet supplies, plus home improvement products, all at great prices. Stop by today and experience why Garrison's Farm and Home has been a local favorite for years. Garrison's Farm and Home, where quality and savings meet.
When it's time to clean up your job site or tackle that big home project, Patriot Dumpster Services in Thorsby has you covered. Veteran owned and operated, we specialize in residential and commercial roll-off containers and porta-john rental. Dependable, local, affordable. Call 205-767-1937 today. Patriot Dumpster Services, your mission, our commitment. Proud sponsor of Thorsby High School football. Go Rebels.
When you need concrete that stands the test of time, call Shelby Concrete, the best ready-mix concrete supplier in Alabama, serving commercial, residential, and industrial projects with unmatched quality and dependability. From driveways to big construction jobs, Shelby Concrete delivers strength, precision, and service that you can trust on time, every time. When your project calls for the best, call Shelby Concrete, your solid foundation for success. 334-265-0235. Shelby Concrete, your best source for quality and dependable concrete.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
All right, we're back at Susan Bentley Field here at Thorsby Rebels Stadium for tonight's game with Thorsby and Randolph County. Tonight's starting lineup for the Rebels. Starting at left tackle, number 64, Maddox Woodall. At left guard, number 77, junior Malcolm Lizama. At center, number 58, senior J.T. Green. Right guard is number 54, Cole Scott. At right tackle, junior number 70, Spence Guy. At wide receiver, one wide receiver is Lucas Jackson. He's a junior, 16 catches, 389 yards for 6 touchdowns. Wide receiver on the other side is Collier Price. He's also a junior. He has the most receptions for the Rebels with 18 for 336 yards with 4 touchdowns. Javian Cooper sees a lot of action there at wide out with 26 rushes for 145 yards, 8 touchdowns. but he also has several catches on the season. I believe it is, yeah, that's correct, 8 touchdowns. Also at running back is Chris Butner. He is a senior. Chris has rushed the ball 34 times for 243 yards this season, but he is especially known for his blocking skills. At the other running back is Caden Collins, who's a sophomore. Coming out of the backfield, he has 17 catches, 261 yards for 3 touchdowns. And we mentioned already quarterback Braylon Carroll, number 1. He is the straw that stirs the drink. He has 1,069 passing yards, 1,235 rushing yards. For the defense, at one end is Collier Price, number 24. Defensive tackles, number 58, J.T. Green, and number 50, Jackson Jones. At right end is also Chris Butner, number 7. And then the middle linebacker is Bruce Waits, who's number 2. Brees Waits, excuse me. And then at the other linebacker is Caden Collins, number 25. And the Sam backer is Camden Went, number 22. Braylon Carroll also plays the joker position in the Rebels defense, as well as cornerbacks Casey Brand, number 6, and number 12, Javian Cooper. The free safety is number 3, Lucas Jackson. Kelly, what do you think about the Rebels starters tonight? What do you think is the key for the Rebels to get a victory tonight?
The key for this one is very simple. Keep them guessing on offense. Keep that defense guessing for Randolph County. Don't know where the ball's going, moving around, multiple formations, multiple things. And then on defense, if they're run, then Thorsby's tackle. They have to get off the field. They do not the time of possession is huge tonight.
Yes, it is. Okay, we're about ready for the coin toss. The Rebel captains, Braylon Carroll, Malcolm Lazama, Lucas Jackson, and J.T. Green are meeting with the officials now as we await to see how that flip of the coin goes. There's the flip. Looks like he caught it.
And it looks like Randolph County might have won the toss. The official talked to them first.
Randolph won the toss.
So Randolph County will receive the opening kickoff. And we're just about ready to get started.
Yeah, we get to see Winston, number 2, right off the bat. Get to see that Thorsby Rebel defense on the field first. And like I said, this is key. I love this right off the bat because this a lot of times the trend-setting drive can be that first one, just to see how well the two attack each other, because there is no secret what Randolph County is going to throw at Thorsby. And so I think we'll see a lot in this first drive, how Thorsby wants to attack that offense.
Well, the Rebels led by defense. They're led by Brees Waits. He has 76 tackles. He's just a sophomore.
Yeah, he's that Mike linebacker. You run that base 4-3 look, and the Mike, you want a Mike that can get at least tackle to tackle. And if you're lucky, you get one that can go even further side to side. But they want to funnel everything to that guy. So they're going to try to keep blockers off of him and let him do his job.
Well, I'm sure you can hear, but the Rebels are taking the field. They're in their maroon jerseys with white numerals and gray hats. There's a lot of excitement here tonight, and beautiful night for football.
Oh, you can't. This is absolutely perfect. So excited they moved it to tonight with a chance of weather coming in. That, I think, helps Thorsby out tremendously when you like to throw the ball some, because the wind is what is going to be bad tomorrow night. Wind affects the pass a lot more than wet does. But this takes the advantage of being a run-only team away when you play on a dry field.
Absolutely it does. And like you said earlier, this field is in beautiful condition. The fall is changing the color of the grass. It's getting a little white tint to it, but you can still see the green. All right, so the Rebels kicker
Manny
is
Castilla.
number 10, I believe. Is that right?
15, Manny Castilla.
Manuel Castillo, number 15. Excuse me. Didn't quite make it out there. He was turned away from me. Anyway, Manuel is about to kick off. He's a senior here at Thorsby.
You'll see number 2 back there, and if he needs to do his job to keep it away, I would kick it to number 9. Got 2 returners.
Well, he squibs it,
And he
it
squibs it.
goes out of bounds, and there's a flag. It almost touched the Randolph County returner there, but I guess he managed to miss it.
I think that's what they were counting on too. They were maybe hoping to nothing else. They didn't want that return to happen from Winston, and that would have been, that ball was kicked pretty hard. If it would have caught that up back just right, it probably ricocheted right back into Thorsby's hands.
That's right. All right, so we're ready here for first down. The ball is on the 30. Here come the Randolph County Tigers. Rhett Huddleston is their quarterback, number 10. There he goes, number 2. And he picks up about 6. He's at the 36-yard line. That was a pretty good hold there, right up the middle.
Yeah, they went that wishbone. Quarterback reverses out, hands off the far back. Winston coming across. They wanted to hit off tackle, but number 77 for Thorsby, Lazama, was right there, forced it back into the tackle, but still got 6 yards on the play.
All right, so it's 2nd and 4 here for Randolph County. Huddleston brings his team to the line in the wishbone formation. There is number 34. He makes a nice run there.
Just stepping over bodies on that one. Once again, just a little dive play up on the right side. Thorsby has put 9 guys in the box, Mike. They have 7 guys right there on the line of scrimmage.
And he still got through.
And with 2 linebackers trying to funnel it in, and there's just that much traffic and that much humanity, so to speak. Randolph County's got a big offensive line.
All right, here are the Tigers in the wing tee. 1st and 10 from the 42. There goes Winston. He's at the 40. He's at the 50, and he's out of bounds around the 47-yard line of the Rebels, where he picks up a first down.
Yeah, showed a little bit different formation on that time, and really just as a tall sweep, put him out there. Winston just a little bit wider on that right side of the offense, and tossed it to him. And to be honest with you, that is almost, you want that young man running east to west. He is so dangerous north to south if he gets his full head of steam going forward.
Actually, they marked him out at the Thorsby 49, where it's 2nd and 1. Huddleston hands off to Winston. Winston's up the middle. He looks like he has his first down, but it's about 3 yards.
And this is what we talked about earlier. If this turns into a long drive, that's the 2nd first down on this drive for Randolph County. That was the power eye look. Once again, just traditional run offense. Right off the guard center gap. Defense calls that the A gap look. It was right up the gut.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 from the Rebel 46. Here is Randolph County at the line. Huddleston brings his team. Oh, we got a movement there, and the whistle blows. I believe we're going to have a false start. I believe that was a left tackle.
Trying to get a jump on that thing. The ball was coming. That was that power eye look, and it was going right behind where that young man jumped offside.
So remains first down. It backed up to their own 49-yard line now. It'll be first down and 15. Early in the game here, first quarter, about 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score yet.
And this is a big first down for Thorsby. You want Randolph County to be playing behind the sticks.
Absolutely. He's going back to pass. He's got a man in the flats, Terrell, and he barrels all the way down to about the 33. line for another first down for Randolph County.
Two-man route, Mike. They sent a flag, the old flag, what they call it in this offense. So I call it a corner route, and then sent a back out into the flat, so clear it out. Thorsby's got so many guys in the box. It is hard for that Mike linebacker to get out because the safety, the only two that are back there, had to go with the corner route. So 34 for Randolph County. Terrell was wide open.
Yep, Braden Terrell, he is the second leading rusher for the Tigers. Here they are, first down. They march it at the 32. There's a handoff to Winston. Oh,
And
he's got it clear.
That's it.
He's gone at the 20, the 10. He's in the end zone for a touchdown for Randolph County. So that was a 32-yard scamper. Nobody touched him, Kelly.
Untouched. That was that wishbone formation. Once again, quarterback reverses out, and that just gives time for the two lead blockers to get out. That was just a straight power play off the right tackle, and Thorsby had nobody at home.
All right, so that makes it 6-0. There's 9:10 left in the first quarter. And looks like Andrew Hill is out. Actually a straight approach kicker. You don't see those too often. But his extra point is good. So
And it
again,
went straight up and straight through, but it was that was the highest kick I've seen in a long time for that.
Don't see it very often where someone still has an old-fashioned shoe that they tied up to their ankle.
The old flat foot toe shoe on there. We had one at just for a while. We had a young man, he could kick it 30, 40 yards with that thing straight on.
Right. Well, that was, he made it. That's, I guess that's the main thing. He got that point. So Randolph County is out to a 7-0 lead over the Thorsby Rebels, with the Rebels about to get the football.
Yeah, that drive right there was 6 plays, went 70 yards, with half of that coming off the last play.
Yeah.
32-yard run on that one, untouched, and that's those slash plays, those big chunk plays that Thorsby's going to have to limit tonight. Or actually, both sides are going to have to limit if they're going to win this game.
Right. Well, let's see. We have looks like Braylon Carroll and Brees Waits. No, I'm sorry, that's not Brees. The kick's over his head. He's got it at the 6-yard line. Near the 10. And the Tigers have got him down around the 12-yard line. So that was a very unfortunate turn of events, Kelly, where the ball went over our receiver's head.
Yeah, they Randolph put it on the right hash up there and then kicked it kind of back across the field, which is not typically what you want to do when you line up, put most of your returners on one side of the field. But because it went over Thorsby's head, it worked out in their favor. And now it puts Thorsby in a hole to start off with their first possession.
That is first down for Thorsby at their own 12. Here comes Braylon Carroll with Lucas Jackson in the backfield with him. There's a quick flare, screen pass out in the right flat. Jackson, looks like he's going to lose a couple yards. Looks like Tigers had that snuffed out pretty well.
Yeah, you're going to watch, and I promise you on film, Randolph County saw the same thing that I did. Lucas Jackson is their utility knife. He will go all over the place. He will go at wide receiver. He's lined up at tight end. He'll line up in the backfield. But they do like to get him the ball because he is an explosive athlete for them.
Right. All right, so it's 2nd and 12 now for the Rebels at their own 10. Here's Carroll again calling the play. Hands off to number 25. Here goes Caden Collins. There he goes. He's at the 30, 35, and he makes it all the way to the 37-yard line. Looks like about a 27-yard pickup for a Rebels first down. However, there is a flag. Looks like holding against the Rebels. The play's going to come back. The flag looks like Kelly was thrown around the, I don't know, what's that, about the 22-yard line?
And the guy that threw it, he could have been a wide receiver out there. I do not know who was at the top of that. That will depend on the spot, too, where the hold was, where they start marking it off from. But it looks like they're calling.
Yep, we've got it went back, I don't know, it was just past the first down marker. Went back 10 yards. It is 2nd and 1. Second and 9, excuse me.
Yeah, they did gain, ended up gaining about 2 yards after the penalty, but that's one of those big plays that just got called back that Thorsby needed.
All right, here's Carroll. Fakes the handoff. Oh, they've got him in the backfield, but he spins around. He's not going to go anywhere. He lost a couple, 3 yards. Like it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, had the player coming in motion. Looked like it was number 25, Caden Collins, coming in motion and maybe faking the jet sweep. It was just not really close enough. It looked a little out of sync. And Carroll pretty much had to eat the football. He couldn't have handed it off if he wanted to. And when he went to step up to run, there were 2 white jerseys right there in front of him.
All right, so we got about a 3rd and 13 here from the, I would call it the 8.
And here's that little, I like a little bunch set almost over here in tight.
As it throws back across the field.
That's Jackson.
There's Lucas Jackson. He may go all the way. He's at the 20.
91 yards. 91.
Winston ran him down at about the 3-yard line.
90 yards.
But it was an 88-yard run. Wow, what a play.
That was unbelievable. Roll out to the right. They had tied in, had a wing back, had another up back, fullback on the right side. Carroll rolls out a little bit to his right, just a little waggle behind the tackle, throws a screen back, almost picked off.
I was just
Corner read
yes,
it beautifully.
He did.
But when Jackson got it, that's that explosiveness right there that we were talking about. That is 80 yards, but got hawked down, shut down by Winston, who was on the other side of the field.
So it's first to go for the Rebels at the 3. Here's Carroll. Oh, wait. Just stop the play. Looks like we may have a penalty against the Rebels. No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. It's offsides against the Randolph County Tigers. So that'll be half the distance and still first down. Now that moves it to about the 1.5-yard line approximately. So it's still first down. Rebels with a big play by Lucas Jackson on a screen pass from Braylon Carroll. That was a thing of beauty. Here we go. Carroll sneaks it. He's in. Touchdown Thorsby. The Rebels have responded quite well. About 3 minutes, they went 91 yards.
All on one big play after it looked like they were down and out. Jackson sneaks the ball out between the hands of the Randolph County defender, goes 80 yards. And then when Thorsby gets in the red zone, they like to get in there tight and just let Carroll find a hole. And he found one over the left guard and walked right in.
He did. All right, here is the extra point. The Rebels go for 2. Carroll. Number 25, Collins in motion to the right. Carroll sweeping to the right. He's looking for Collins. He throws it. It's batted down by the Tigers, number 50. Let's see, that would be Colin Black. Made a nice little bat down with that play. So we have 6 minutes and 7 seconds left. The score is Randolph County 7 and Thorsby 6.
Yeah, they spread it out that time for the 2-point play. Had 4 wide receivers, ace formation, 2 on both sides. They were looking for the backfield in the back in the flats out there, and he had Collier Price open on the curl,
right?
But saw him late.
He did.
And so by the time he threw it, the defender had a time to get back through there, and that is Randolph County's leading tackler, Matthew White. So he is a good player. But if he would have saw Price first and read that one, then it would have been a 2-point.
All right, but the Rebels did score quickly. Just as you said, would be the key to the game if they could outscore this team. So it was 5 plays, 91 yards on the drive.
We talked about it. This could be what we're going to get all night, Mike. This is going to be awesome if it is. Up and down the field, watching athletes be athletes.
And here is Manuel Castillo with the kick. As we wait, let's see what he does this time.
They've snuck number 2 over there, aiming where he's going to kick it.
And it goes out of bounds again. This time around the 45-yard line. I would suspect that's where they mark it. 46, 47-yard line even. So the Tigers have got great field position.
Yeah, I don't think that's exactly the way Thorsby had that drawn up. They want to keep it away from number 2. But turning down, giving them a 53-yard field to go, or even right now, he's even moving the ball up. Now they're on the plus side of the 50.
I don't know if there was a penalty maybe, because he seemed to move it 5 yards.
5 yards from the spot where the ball went out.
I didn't hear it. I thought if it went out of bounds, at the 47, then they would just mark it at the 47 since it was past the 30. But regardless, here we are. First down at the Thorsby 48 for Randolph County. There's Winston. We got a whistle. And they're going to look like they're going to get the Rebels for being offside. Well, Kelly, that's not what you want to see happen.
And we're looking directly where we are in our spot, or directly down that line. And let me tell you, Thorsby is crowding as close to that line of scrimmage as they can get and getting as low as they can to try to slow down that run block and that push up the field. And they got just a little too aggressive on that one.
All right, so it's 1st and 5 now. It looks like Thorsby was offsides again.
Same player. Number 15 for Thorsby on that one, Manuel Castillo. He is trying to get in there tight, and he was about almost his shoulder blades over past the ball that time.
I was watching and I thought it was, but all right, well, that's a first down.
Penalties for Thorsby. 5.
That's a first down for the Tigers. They are now at Thorsby 38. 6:03 left in the first quarter. Here's Huddleston in the wing tee with Winston at the slot back. Winston going to pitch to the right. He's stiff arms. He's at the 20. And he's going to break free for another Randolph County touchdown. This time for 37 yards. Kelly, we had a little better defense on that one, but we still didn't make the tackle.
No, they found something on that right. Thorsby's left side of the defense, right side of the offense. That is two separate plays. On that was just a straight toss sweep with 2 lead blockers from the backfield with that power eye look. And once again, Winston goes for 40 yards, 38 yards or something on that play.
37 is what I had.
And that is penalties. That is 5 penalties for Thorsby. That is kicking the ball out of bounds. That is offsides. They cannot give these guys any extra space.
And Randolph County's going for 2. Here's Terrell over the right side. But the Rebels stop him short. Nice play there. Looks like number 58 made the tackle there.
Got a little penetration. They tried to run a little belly play off the right side to the other back away from number 2 that time. And Thorsby did a great job of defending that one. Cut his legs out from under him short.
So there was one play there on that drive for 48 yards. They were aided, of course, by the 2 penalties against the Rebels. But still, one play. I'm not sure what Coach Davis, what kind of adjustments he needs to make, but I know the Rebels gonna have to find a way to stop number 2. All right, so here is number 8 kicking off for the Tigers. That would be Cameron Palmer, the sophomore. He kicked it over our guy's head a little while ago, Kelly.
Yeah, right after Thorsby moved up a little bit, thinking whatever they saw on film, thought he can't kick it that far. And
they moved back a little bit this time. Oh, it's a good bounce called by Carroll. Here he goes. He's at the 30, the 35. He's still on his feet at the 40. And he's run out of bounds. It's at about the 42-yard line. And the Rebels get good field position.
And once again, that's one of my spotlight players tonight that I think has to have a big game for Thorsby to do well, and that's Lucas Jackson. He is second on the team in all-purpose yards, but he gets his yards from receiving, rushing, kick returns, punt returns, and had an explosive return right there on a knuckleball, line drive knuckleball kick that took a weird bounce on him and was still able to make a good return.
All right, so Thorsby, Rebels 1st and 10 from their own 42. Here's Carroll. He's coming around to the right. He's looking for, he fished Collins in the flat. He's out to about the 47-yard line. Looks like a pickup of about 4, maybe 5.
It's that same formation. It's a version of a bunch play. The tight end is a hand down on the ground and in tight, but he's got 2 guys behind him, a wing back and what we used to call the H-back, or 2 wings. And that was because it just came out of the backfield on a little waggle play. That really helps the offensive lineman block. It takes pressure off of them, and a nice little gain.
So it's second and about 5 for the Rebels. Here's Carroll. Jackson is over here to the right. There's Carroll right in. He's at the 50. He's up into Tiger territory at the 45. And he's picked up the first down for the Rebels.
I like what Coach Davis is doing right here. That's the one of the last formations. Only one other formation I've seen them run this year they haven't shown yet. He is trying to figure out how this defense lines up to him. That was a Gus Malzahn looking formation right there. We always called it, I called it brown and black. Brown was a stacked formation to the right, had the H-back, tailback in front of him. You can run a lot out of that. In that particular case, just a quarterback power right off the right side.
And here's 1st and 10 for the Rebels at the Tiger 45-yard line. Here's Carroll. He takes the ball up the middle, and he gets about 5, maybe 6, right up the middle. A real run pass option there. He faked the handoff and took it straight up the middle.
And he rode that thing a lot longer. He had some guts on that one, Mike, because I can't believe how long he kept that ball in his gut with Randolph County coming on him. But he read it beautifully. 6-yard gain right off the center.
So it's 2nd and 4 now for the Rebels at the Randolph County 39-yard line. So here's Carroll bringing his team to the line. We have Castillo out to the right. We have Collins and Cooper to the left. And here's number 3, Lucas Jackson. He's around left end. He's got the first down. And he fights his way, looks like about to the 24, 25-yard line. And another first down for the Thorsby Rebels.
So that particular time they had the bunch, had the tight end up. He was apexed out a little bit, had 2 backs behind him, and they pulled a guard. Old student body left, student body right play, but with a new spread flair to it.
And it looks like they marked it at the 26, actually. So it's 1st and 10 for the Rebels as they are driving. This drive started on the 42-yard line after that nice kickoff return. All right, so here's Carroll bringing his team up. Castillo in the backfield. Kate Collins to the, oh, there's a bad snap. He's got it. He has to fall on it, and he has to eat it, Kelly.
They had a play set up well that time. It was actually had 2 wings, had a tight end, 2 wings on both sides in the shotgun formation, and the snap was left and hot. That thing came out from under there fast, and Carroll got a hand on it to knock it down, which probably saved a lot more yards in the loss.
All right, so it looks like they lost about 10 there, maybe a little more. And we'll call it 2nd and I don't know, 18, 19. So here the Rebels again. There's a good snap. Carroll's back to pass. He's going to scramble. He's still on his feet. He almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage. He's at about the 27, maybe 28. Big third down.
That was one of the few times you're going to see Carroll catching do a straight drop back. They had a little cross, a little mesh route that was actually a little deeper than probably was supposed to be. They got a little jammed up and then had a cross, deep cross that was coming open, but then the pocket broke down on Carroll. But he is dangerous when he is when the play goes unscripted.
All right, here we go. Now it's third and about, we'll call it 13 for the Rebels. There's Carroll in the backfield. And Castillo goes in motion. Carroll is scrolling to his right. He's going to throw it up for grabs. And it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Tigers. Looks like Winston got that one.
Wendell Winston on the play again. Great coverage by Randolph. Counted on that one. They were not fooled by the rollout. They had a level concept on the routes, had a short out, had an intermediate route, had the deep route. Carroll tried to hit the deep route, and Winston's athletic ability, he got pretty high on that interception when he jumped up, snag it out of the air like that.
He did. He caught it and went out of bounds at their own 9-yard line. Well, the Tigers take over, 1st and 10. So here the Rebels defense lined up. We have 1:13 left in the first quarter. It's 13-6, Randolph County. Here's a pitch to Winston. Here he goes. He may be going all the way, Kelly. Lucas Jackson may have a shot, but he does not have a shot. I do not see a flag. So that was I guess I'll call it a smooth 91 yards. Winston just cut through the right side.
I don't have a lot of words for the explosiveness of what we just saw right there. But once again, it is on the offensive right, that defensive left side. Thorsby tried something a little different that time, went more to their base 4-3 look, and had the safety, the joker position, walked up to the side the ball went, but they're just outnumbered. And football, Mike, is about numbers and angles. And then right now, at the point of attack, Randolph's offense is outnumbering them and getting better blocking angles on these run plays.
But it also helps to have that athlete that they have in the backfield. So it looks like we have a timeout called by Randolph County. So with 59 seconds to go here in the first quarter, it is Randolph County 19 and Thorsby Rebels 6.
West Miss Designs now has a storefront on Montgomery Avenue in Thorsby. Stop by and see Stephanie for all your printed and embroidered apparel. Be sure to like them on Facebook and go Rebels! Looking for that perfect gift for Christmas? Get by Old Orchard Amish Furniture in Clinton, where you'll find premium quality handcrafted rockers, gliders, swings, and more. Find them on Facebook or stop by and see Bruce at their location on County Road 37 in Clinton. Old Orchard Amish Furniture, a gift of love built for a lifetime.
All right, we're back here at Susan Bentley now after Randolph County's timeout. They have lined up. We're going to go for 2 here, Kelly.
They're coming out in that wishbone formation again. I've seen a couple times they've run in motion and run underneath it.
And the run is stopped short, no good on the 2-point conversion.
They went with a new tailback, Elijah Thrift, number 9 on that. They gave Winston a break after he has touched the ball, Mike. It is 6 touches for that young man, 179 yards and 3 touchdowns, and we're still in the first quarter.
That's I'm not sure I've ever seen a better quarter than what that young man has had already. So we have 59 seconds, a little less than a minute here in the first quarter. The Rebels find themselves down, but the good news for them is that they have moved the football.
They have moved the football, and Thorsby has an explosive offense. shaky start in the first quarter, Mike. They multiple penalties, 5, 6 penalties now against the Rebels. The turnover, which is something we haven't seen. We talked about it in the pregame. Carroll doesn't throw interceptions. And so that's his 4th on the year. And one of those interceptions early in the year was one of those fluke plays that ends up on the quarterback stat line. But it was really the receiver that had the problem. So uncharacteristic start for the Rebels. But even being down 19-6, we're still in the first quarter for another minute. There's 3 more quarters to play and a lot more football.
So Palmer kicks it off, and number 3. Here he's at 40. He's out to the 41. Here's the Rebels, Lucas Jackson.
25 yards return, 25-yard return.
Pretty good play there, Lucas. He got about 20 yards on that return.
Adding to those all-purpose yards, that's once again great starting field position on the 40-yard line, 60-yard field, and with this offense, that's is not bad at all.
Well, let's see what the Rebels can do here. We have Cooper out here to the right, Jackson to the left, and here comes Carroll. He's at the 40. He drags a couple of tackers all the way. He gets 3, but they had him in the backfield, but he got loose.
Yeah, that was that. Once again, I called it earlier. I called it in Malzahn. I ran that same formation when I played. I love that stack formation. You've got the halfback to the right of the quarterback, got a fullback, in essence, on the line in front with a tight end side. Love running the quarterback lead or quarterback power out of that formation. But let me tell you, if you're not careful and you're not disciplined on the back side of that, there are several plays that Thorsby had that work back against that play.
So here it is, 2nd and we'll call it 6. The handoff to number 8 for the Rebels, and he is caught way back in the backfield. Unfortunately there for Terry Hinton, who is a up-and-coming promising freshman there for the Rebels. Really, when he got the ball, he was pretty much swarmed up.
Yeah, this is an aggressive defense that Randolph County has, and they fly the ball very quickly, and that sometimes hurts them because they will get out of position, but so far that has not happened very often.
All right, well, that's the end of the first quarter. Randolph County leads the Thorsby Rebels 19-6. We'll be back in a minute after these words from our sponsors.
Market is back and better than ever. Market 22, formerly Beast Market, is now open. Stop by for fresh hand-cut meats and seafood, plus all the seasonings, rubs, and sauces you need to bring the flavor home. Proudly locally owned and operated, Market 22 has your holiday specials ready, just in time for your next family feast. And coming soon, EBT and wine sales. That's Market 22 in Clinton, where you'll always find prime cuts and quality goods.
Correct.
All right, so we're back here at Susan Bentley Field with the Rebels trail the Randolph County Tigers 19-6. It is 3rd down. It looks like I'm going to say 18. It's all the way back. The Rebels have the ball. The first play of the 2nd quarter at their own 33. They need midfield, so we'll call it 17. All right, so Braylon Carroll brings his team to the line. He has Castillo in the backfield. He's back to pass again. He's being chased. He's out of the pocket to the right. And he makes a move, and he looks like he got about maybe 4 or 5 yards before he is brought down hard by the Randolph Tigers.
Yeah, had good pass protection up front, had a trips up to the top side, brought in their blocking back. The protection looked pretty good. There was just nobody open. The intermediate route was covered, the deep route was covered, and they did an amazing job of being disciplined and keeping Carroll hemmed in for a 3-yard gain.
Right. Well, we have a whistle here, stop and play. Not sure what we stopped for. The white hat blew the whistle.
Had Terrell had to come off the field. Well, I don't know if he forgot something or had an equipment malfunction. Now he's back on the field.
He looks like he was looking down at the scoreboard like maybe there was some clock issue or something. I don't know what he's doing or what it is. So the Rebels are going to punt here for the first time tonight. And we're still not sure.
Trying to get the clock set. The officials down there telling the scorekeeper how much time to put back on the clock.
So it looks like it's fourth, and we'll call it 15 for the Rebels. Be punting for the first time tonight from their own 36-yard line, and that man is awaits the punt back there, number 2.
Hey, 11:43.
Looks like they're trying to get word to the clock operator to reset it.
Got a little help from the fans right there. That's you probably heard that on the air, ladies and gentlemen. That was one of our fans trying to help the officials out. Now they've got it right, and here we go.
11:43 indeed.
Collins.
There's the kick. It's cut off the side of his foot, but he does take a Thorsby bounce. The fumble, and the Rebels got it. The Rebels got it. Lucas Jackson makes the recovery. The Randolph County man tried to catch it for some reason, and it bounced off of him, and Lucas Jackson was there for the recovery.
Yeah, he was actually probably supposed to be blocking the gunner. He's a freshman on the play. When you get one that's that bad a punt, it was, like you said, right off the side of his foot. Wounded duck flying through the air, bounced up. He tried to catch it. And that's the play that Thorsby needs. This is where you have to take advantage of those turnovers, even if it happens right after you've had the ball. You're on the plus side of the 50. Now's the time to make a play.
And it's 1st and 10 for the Rebels at the 46. Here's Carroll straight up the middle. And he's going to get 3, maybe 4 before he's pushed back. And finally we get a whistle. And it's going to be second about 7. The Rebels is there at the 43-yard line of Randolph County. So like we were talking, this is just what the Rebels need to do, is to hold on to that football and drive it down and get those points, because we know Randolph County gives up points.
And that's exactly right, and they will do it. They're an aggressive defense, and with that, you win and you lose big when you're that aggressive. And I like the play. You pound them inside. It's setting up other things. I mean, we still have time to do that.
There's a strong formation to the right. Carroll takes it, and it's a bit of a reverse. And number 12, that's Xavier Cooper. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's all the way down at the 21-yard line. So that was indeed about a 22-yard run.
So he's at the wingback position on the right side of the field. Carroll runs right. That defense flows hard to him. A little underneath handoff. We'll see that play similar later on with a shuffle pass. But they pulled guards. They pulled the tight ends out and had nobody in the white jersey on that edge. Huge play for the Thorsby Rebels.
Really good block over here by Caden Collins over here on the defensive back that sprung him for another 10 yards.
Beautiful seal block.
First down, here's Carroll up the middle. He's inside the 20. And they're going to mark him down around the 17. So we'll give him 4 on that one.
And what you're starting to see right there too, again, is those plays start setting each other up. There was more space in that. The linebacker made a great play coming up, but you're starting to see that defense loosen up a little bit, because now they're starting to guess. And you got to keep them guessing. Like I said in the pregame, Thorsby keeps these guys guessing where the ball is. It slows down that aggressiveness.
So Cooper split out to the left, and Buechner is out to the right. Here's Brandon Carroll. Oh, we got a quick count there, and it looks like an offside is going to be called against Randolph County.
I love the good freeze play. Hard cadence from the quarterback, Carroll. A little louder, a little bit more boisterous than usual, and those aggressiveness of Randolph County worked against them on that play. Went from a 2nd and 6 to a 2nd and 1.
I might call it a long 2, but it is second down. Here come the Rebels. We have Cooper to the left. 2 tight end set. There's Carroll up the middle. He's inside the 10. He makes it all the way to the 6-yard line. First down, Thorsby. First and goal at the Tiger 6.
Yeah, just straight lead play. They moved the F back over almost right beside the center. He could have almost taken the snap and just straight quarterback lead. No pull, no nothing. Power football and move the ball 7 yards down the field. That was with the offensive line right there.
I really like the way he was patient. He waited for his hole to open, and then he busted through it. First to go from the 6. Here's Carroll again up the middle. Look like they may have him this time, but he does fall forward for a yard at the 5. So we got second and goal now for the Rebels at their own 5-yard line.
And Mike can tell you, you're about to see a play come up where they're going to step up in there. Randolph County crashed in. All Carroll had to do was step out a little bit to his right, and there was nobody in there. They are playing, Randolph County is starting to play right into Thorsby's hands. We're trying to stop that quarterback lead, quarterback power, but they're doing it with numbers, which is going to cost them here in a little bit.
All right, so the Rebels have it now. Second and goal from the 5. Collins in the slot. Cooper to the right. And here comes Carroll. He's looking for a receiver. He throws it. And he's got a touchdown.
Call your
Look
price.
like number 24 on that play for the Rebels.
Call your price.
Call your price.
With a nice touchdown reception.
Whew, but now I'm telling you, my heart
Oh,
stopped
wait a
for a
minute.
second.
I thought he marked it touchdown.
He did. They're going
did.
for 2 on this one.
Okay, all right, good. I'm sorry. I saw the fourth
Or
down
did
over
they?
there. It kind of, yeah.
Or it might have been an incomplete pass. Looks like he.
Okay, I guess it was. I thought I saw a touchdown signal. Maybe not. All right, so now it's fourth and goal for the Rebels. A little premature celebration there. I apologize for that, fans. But here we go. Here's Brandon Carroll. He's going up the middle. But they've got him. Unfortunately, he's not going to get in. Looks like they stopped him around the 3-yard line.
And they did give them that touchdown. That was a weak signal from the officials, so it is 19-12 to stop the 2-point conversion. But that play hurt me a little bit because Carroll rolled out and threw that way back across the formation, which I always tell my quarterback, throwing it back across your body to the middle of the field is an interception just waiting to happen. It worked out well, and that's what they needed. They got stopped on a 3 and out, but then get the turnover on the punt and turn that into points. And so now we're back to a 1-score game. Now it's time for that Thorsby defense to step up and make the play themselves.
Well, like you said, I guess it was a weak touchdown call because it looked like they had pulled it back and they're going to run another play. But
6 plays, 46.
anyway, it's 19-12 now. Randolph County with the lead, 1-score game now. Kelly.
Yeah, held the ball a little bit, let that defense rest. That was a 6-play drive, 46 yards. Ending in a touchdown pass from Carroll to Price, and we're back to it now. The Adventures on the kickoff. Here we go again. Let's see if they really are just trying to kick it out of bounds every time, or he's trying to pop it up.
Manuel Castillo lines it up the ball to 40. And here's the kick. And he going to scoop down with that ball. Get a chance.
Get it.
The Rebels almost had it. Got their hands on it at about the 38-yard line. It was picked up by Winston, who was tackled at the 36. So that's where Randolph County will take over.
I apologize right there. Got a little excited. People were to get it. But that ball kicked. He kicked it up in the air. Nobody from Randolph County touched it. It looked just like an onside kick. It was end over end. That thing popped straight up. Thorsby's number 12 on that Cooper slapped the ball, trying to grab it, reach it in. He slapped it right to Winston, but that could have been a huge play for the Thorsby Rebels.
They could have got right back in the game here, but let's see what happens here. First down for Randolph County. We'll call it to their own 38-yard line. So Huddleston brings his team to the line. We have a bit of a delay here. Side judge talking to the white hat.
And you'll also notice, Mike, that the jumbo set, whatever defensively, they are Thorsby put some meat, some beef up on that front line. They got a little bigger.
Well, they have now remarked the ball at the 35-yard line, where Randolph County takes over. All right, here's Huddleston. He pitches around the left side to Winston. He's hit the line. He breaks free. We got a flag down. And there's a great tackle by Javian Cooper, holding him to 1 yard.
Caden Collins blew that play up. He read it beautifully. He got back there so fast, the back didn't have a choice but to grab him and pull him to the ground.
All right, let's see what Coach Davis does here. We had the flag. Did not see a signal from the official, the referee.
Looks like it was a chop block up top. Like I said, Collins got in there so fast that I think it caught them off guard.
Oh, wait a minute. They're marking off a penalty against the Rebels now. It looks like it's a major infraction. We're going to be 15 yards. And I missed it. I did not see.
It was an emphasis that has changed over the last couple of years. Defensive lineman coming in, and it must have been Collins took out the legs or a chop block on the defensive player.
Wow. Okay, so that's new for sure. And there's Winston, almost broke free, but he did not. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. That's number 4.
Ryder Penson.
Ryder Penson. And he looks like he picked up about 6, maybe. Yeah, we'll give him 6. So it'll be 2nd and 4. Here they're inside Thorsby territory now at the 42.
Yeah, that's a tough block. You teach that first guy come in, especially on those lead blocks. You take out the first guy, the running back had nowhere to go, which we saw, but he went too low and took out those knees. That was folks, that's why that is such a tough play on that linebacker coming in.
Here's Terrell in motion. And a pitch to the right to Winston. He at the 40. He's broken free. 20, 10, touchdown, Randolph County. That was 42 yards. This young man is having some night already.
That's over 200 yards on the night for him at this point. That was the wishbone, just a lead play. Terrell did a great job of kicking out the end. The end has to do a better job of squeezing that down. He gave up too much ground, which created a massive hole between his defensive tackle and himself, and untouched. Not a hard play for Winston on that one.
All right, the Tigers line up to go for 2 here. They're leading 25-12. Here's Huddleston. Hands off to Winston. And he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. All right, Kelly, with 6:51 left in the second quarter, it's 27-12. Randolph County. Wendell Winston has just been, so far he's been unstoppable.
That's what I think a lot of teams have been saying all year. Like, what we do with this kid? How do we slow him down? The teams that have beat them have outscored them, and so they've got into these shootouts. But this is not panic time for the Thorsby Rebels at all. 6:51 left in the second quarter. We know they can score. They know they can score, so they can't let this get to them mentally. And those defensive coaches over there, they are working on how to just slow this guy down and make some plays defensively, get a turnover, force something that's there. But there's still a lot of football left.
Yeah, we've got a lot of football left. 6:51 here in the first half. And here is Randolph's kicker. That is Mr. Cameron Palmer. He's getting a workout tonight. We have Cooper and
Jackson.
Jackson. And there's a kick. It's a high kick. Lucas Jackson fills it at the 40. And he's brought down around the 42, 43-yard line. Excuse me, 38-yard line. Oh, wait a minute. We got a flag now. Late flag. Not sure what that was. Must be some sort of unsportsmanlike penalty or something, Kelly.
Came from the side judge over here on Thorsby's sideline after the play. They wanted a face mask call. I couldn't tell from here. It looked like he got him from the shoulder pads in the front.
We have offsetting penalties. So we're just going to take it 1st and 10 for the Rebels at their own 39-yard line.
I love the old offsetting penalties. Those crack me up. It's almost like it wasn't egregious enough to penalize one team, so we'll just make it on both of them.
I think it got him for offside, so somebody must have left a little early or lined up. All right, so 1st down, Rebels at the 39. Here's Carroll. The sweep for Cooper to the left end. He's running at the 40. He at midfield. He at the 40. He's got one man to beat. It's the 20. And he's brought down at the 13-yard line. Looks like about a 48-yard run, Kelly.
If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. The same play they got down the field on in the last series. It's that tight bunch set with the tight end down on the line of scrimmage. 2 wings. Carroll rolls out a little bit to his right, hands off back underneath, going left. Winston read it. Another great block by the Thorsby wide receiver out there to stop that from being maybe a 2-yard gain.
That's almost a reverse.
It's a lot of counter, reverse kind of look, and they're using their quarterback as the play action.
So it's 1st and 10 Rebels at the Tiger 13-yard line. Here's Carroll out here, Castillo out to the left, as well as Lucas Jackson. And Cooper's out to the right. Here's Jackson in motion. He's got the football. He is brought down, looks like around the 10-yard line. Maybe they mark him at the 11. So we'll give him 2 on that one.
Jet sweep look, empty formation. Jackson comes in going left to right on this thing. Number 9, Elijah Thrift for Randolph County read it, and jet sweeps cannot handle penetration. He came up, made Jackson force it back inside, which is where all the pursuit is, and there was no hope for him at that point.
Well, they marked it at the 10, so we'll give him 3 yards on that, 2nd and 7. There's Castillo, and there's a fake, and Carroll's up the middle. They've got him, though. A whole horde of Tiger defenders. Looks like they're going to give him no yards, maybe a half yard.
Carroll's usually a little bit more patient. It was a quarterback lead to the left side. It got jammed up kind of quick, so he tried to cut that back away from his block and ran right into the pursuit.
So now it's 3rd down and about 7 for the Rebels. Okay, here they are. Got that familiar starters out there. Carroll.
This is when they like to run that little waggle, little pass play.
From the shotgun, here he is. He's back to pass. He throws it. He's got him. Number 24. Call your prize for the touchdown. Oh, we got a flag in the backfield, though.
Could be roughing the passer.
Oh, good.
And it is.
They're going to force that on the kickoff, I think.
And that was, yeah. You want that on the kickoff. Most definitely the way we've been kicking off on this thing. That was that waggle play I told you about. Roll him out right. Number 24 for Call Your Price again. Leaks back from right to left. Away from it. Little throwback pass. But where Carroll goes, the Randolph County defense goes. Beautiful pass right over the inside shoulder. Right into the end zone.
So the Rebels are right back in this thing. 27-18, they're going for 2 here. They could get back within 7. 4:27 left in the first half. All right, here's Carroll, Castillo to his right. Cooper and Collins to his right. He rolls out to the right. He's looking, and he scampers into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Well, that was big, Billy.
Anytime you see Castillo in the backfield, he's the blocking back. And he rolled out, helping number 77, Lazama, seal that edge. And once that edge was sealed, made a great block out there, Castillo did, and there was nobody out there to stop Carroll from going in the end zone for 2. That this is what we expected from Carroll. He's 4 for 5, over 100 yards passing already for 2 touchdowns. He's running the ball some. We've already seen the ball go to Lucas Jackson. We've seen it go to Javian Cooper. We have seen Collier Price just scored that touchdown. This is what Thorsby does to you. Multiple weapons in multiple ways. 27-20. It is a one-score game. But I'm going to sound like a broken record, Mike.
That's all right.
If they can't get number 2 bottled up and get a stop, get a turnover, they're playing from behind. Now 2 scores just seems like every time.
Well, to think of what could have been with those 2 drives we had down here. One was a turnover, another was on downs. You know, it's just, well, that's the way it is. But the Rebels have responded well. Now they're enforcing the 15-yard roughing the passer penalty. The Rebels will kick off on the 45. Do you think that changed their strategy any?
Nope. I think they'll do the same thing. It's what we used to call the hash short kick. You're trying to limit a kickoff return, which means that at number 2 in open field, you don't want it.
All right, Castillo, let's see what he does this time. He set the Rebels up real well last time. Could have gotten that kick. All right, it's a good bounce, and the Rebels got it. Number 3 falls on it. Oh, wait a minute. I think we fell on it. And
they gave it to him.
And that was number 3, Lucas Jackson. Stepped in there, snuck in there, and got that ball.
That is 2 plays in a row for Manuel Castillo. The lead block to seal for the 2-point conversion, and then to kick a beautiful end-over-end that popped up, and Lucas Jackson was flying down the field and caught that, snatched that thing in there, almost lost it. Score here, tied ball game right before half would be amazing for the Thorsby Rebels.
I agree, it sure would. Okay, so it's at the 29-yard line of Randolph County. Here are the Rebels, 1st and 10. Castillo is in the backfield to the right of Carroll. We have Cooper to the left, Collins. And there's Cooper in motion to the right. There he is.
He's open.
He's open. He's going for the end zone. And incomplete.
It would have been an incredible catch. He was open on that corner route, heading right towards that front pylon. And if he needed to come back to the ball, he kind of floated a little bit towards the back of the end zone on that pass, and it cost him a little bit. But Carroll rolling out to his right. Once again, Castillo in the backfield. You're looking for a rollout. You're looking for a lead. He is the blocking back. Great pass right on the pylon.
I think if he could have just released that ball just a second or 2 earlier, it might have made the difference. All right, so it's 2nd and 10 now. No harm, no foul on the 29-yard line. So the Rebels are out. Carroll in the shotgun. Castillo to his right. He has Price in the slot. Jackson out left. There's a run here. Oh, what a good run by number 24, Collier Price. That was a little fake there, Kelly.
Yeah, the up back, as we call it, or I call it the F back in my offense. He's in that up position, and snap, just hand off underneath. And Randolph County's having a hard time stopping anything that's coming back across on those counters or those reverses. They're just not seeing it. To be honest with you, I didn't see the handoff. It was super quick.
It was
amazing
very quick.
Execution.
It was excellent, and so we'll leave them, we'll call it the 3rd and a short 3. So here's Carroll in the shotgun. He's going right to the right tackle. He's going around right in now. He's got his first down, and he's inside the 15-yard line. And looks like they're going to mark him down around the 14, maybe the 13. First down for the Rebels.
Thorsby's found what they were looking for. We talked about it in the first quarter. They were finding formations, looking for weaknesses, and how defense would line up to certain formations. With Castillo in the backfield blocking, that adds in essence, he's almost like a 6th offensive lineman, and it's working. He's blocking on the leads. He's blocking on the rollouts, and it's getting an opportunity for those athletes and those skill guys to get the ball and make big plays.
So it's 1st and 10 now from the 14 for the Rebels. And it looks like Carroll has faked the handoff. He's got it up the middle. He's still on his feet. They blow the whistle down. I think he got maybe to the 11. So we'll give him 3 yards on that one.
Yeah, that's that little, it looks like a zone read. I don't think he ever intends to hand it off to Castillo. It look, he's trying to get them drawn in to Castillo. And Randolph County has not bid on that play yet.
Well, he had me fooled. I thought he had given it to him, but he did not. But he does pick up 3. So we'll call it 2nd and 7.
Still a little bit behind the chains, but not bad for this offense.
Clock runs 2:10 in the second quarter.
Here's that tight bunch again. You can look for another little waggle pass.
Cooper in motion to the right. He is going for the pass. He's throwing. Could not hang on. Lucas Jackson. I tell you what, that Winston, he made a great play on that one because I thought that was a touchdown.
He was beat off the ball. Great route by Lucas Jackson. A great throw by Collier. And just that time, a better play by the defensive back.
Yeah, he got back there right to the last possible second. That leaves the Rebels with the 3rd down. And we're still going to call it a 3rd and 7 from the 11-yard line. So let's see what Brandon Carroll has got lined up for his Rebels today in this play. He has Cooper, and there's a reverse to Cooper. He's going around the right end. He has got his first down, and maybe more. He's in the end zone. The touchdown for the Rebels from 11 yards out. Kelly, that's just what you were talking about. Now the Rebels are right back in this thing.
That's one thing. You don't lose heart this early in the game. You're just one big play away from making this play. What I like about it, once again, Cooper's come to play. That is, every time he's touched the ball, it has been for a lot of yards or a touchdown in this case. That was that bunch formation again. Carroll moves to his left, and a straight power stretch kind of play out to the right.
So less than 5 minutes, the Rebels have gotten 2 touchdowns, and here they are lined up, going for 2 to try to take the lead. Here's Carroll going around the left end. He passes it. Oh, he just missed the completion to number 25, Caden Collins, who was batted away by the Tiger defender right at the last minute.
He tried to float that one out there a little bit. Safe play to do. Defense was there, but hey, it's 27-26. This thing's Thorsby's right back into this thing when it looked like if they were not careful, this thing was going to be over quick.
They are back in it, and we have 1:47 left before it's halftime. And Rebels are right back in it. Boy, what an exciting first half. 27-26, Randolph County leading the Thorsby Rebels.
53 points in the first half right now. Hey, and we've seen how fast these two teams can score. A minute 47, we could get 2 more touchdowns on the board for this. But this is a huge defensive possession for Thorsby right now. They need a stop right here to go into halftime the way that this game is had. And I'd have to give the first half to Randolph County so far as playing the game they wanted to play. But that Thorsby's only 1 down after all the things that's going wrong for them. A lot that's going right is huge.
Well, a big factor is this kicker right here. Manuel Castillo, he has really, he started off kind of rough. He had two balls go out of bounds right off the bat, 2 kicks, and then but the last 2 or 3 have been a battle for the football, and the Rebels got it last time. Let's see what happens right here. So Castillo kicks off from the 40. He has Winston over here lurking at the 30, so he wants to keep the ball away from him. Ooh, he kicks another good one, and the ball's loose, but it looks like the Tigers have fallen on it. Number 77, Zechariah Burnett with the recovery for Randolph County. So they will take over at the 46-yard line. Surprisingly, no time went off the clock. Should be a second or 2, but it's 1:47 left here in the first half. All right, so here's Red Huddleston bringing his team to the line. Terrell at fullback and Winston at the I-back. The pitch to the left. And Winston we cannot bring him down, and he breaks free and goes 54 yards for a touchdown. Well, you said it, a minute and a half. Who knows what kind of scores we're going to get, and there was one on the first play.
Did everything right but finished the tackle. We talked about it at the pregame. We talked about it in the first quarter. One of the keys to winning this game for Thorsby was the tackle. They had to make the tackles. They got penetration. The play was supposed to go off tackle. It forced it back almost to the opposite side guard spot. 3 Thorsby Rebels there and could not get him down.
All right, here's the 2-point conversion. Huddleston hands off to Winston. And he spins through and gets the 2-point conversion. So with 1:33 left in the first half, Randolph County takes a 35-26 lead over the Thorsby Rebels. You know, Kelly, on that play where he breaks free, it looked like, I believe it was Collier Price had him, but that was a tremendous stiff arm.
That young man, I knew that he had wheels. You could see it on camera, you see it on film, but what I've impressed with Winston on this is that his power. Thorsby was tackling high. You're right, Collier was there. He had him around the shoulder pads, but with those legs, you don't take the legs out from under him, you're not going to be able to stop him.
Well, what a first half this young man has had for Randolph County.
8 touches, 275 yards, and 5 touchdowns. I'd love that from a running back over about 3 games.
Right.
He's done it in 1 half. But I do want to try to be in positive on the Thorsby side. They were there. They made where they were supposed to be. They were there. You just got to execute. So they are where they're supposed to be. Just finish the play.
So here's Palmer kicking off for Randolph County, and he gets a good foot into that one. There's Javian Cooper from the 10. He's at the 25. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's one man to beat. Oh, he almost got free, but what a return. We're going to give him about 36 yards on that for Javian Cooper. And the Rebels take over first down at their own 46-yard line.
Jeremiah Hanna for Randolph made a touchdown-saving play on that tackle. Pulled him down by the jersey. That's all he could hang on, and he was hanging on for dear life and got drug about 3 or 4 yards where he could get him down.
All right, so the Rebels have 1:23 seconds. They've not used any of their timeouts, so they have 3 timeouts remaining.
Plenty of time.
All right, here's Braylon Carroll. Manuel Castillo to his left in the backfield. He goes in motion. Castillo rolls out to the right. Carroll does. He's got Cooper. Oh! And then we go to get a pass interference penalty on the Randolph County defender. Kelly, I don't think he turned around and saw the ball coming.
Thrift was beat from the go. The only chance he had on that play, it was going to be a PI or it was going to be a touchdown. And he just ran right through him. A great route. Once again, that corner route. What you're starting to see is that Randolph County defense is getting tighter and tighter into that because those run plays off tackle with Collier have them worried. They're trying to stop that, and anything that's going outside the hashes or really outside the numbers, they're having a hard time covering.
So that is a 15-yard penalty. Gives the Rebels first down at the Randolph County 39. And Randolph County has called their second timeout here the first half. That leaves them with 1. So we have 1:15, and we'll be back in a few minutes after these words from our sponsors.
In your walls, floors uneven, moisture in the basement? Don't wait for it to get worse. Home Lifters is here to help. We're Alabama's foundation repair and waterproofing experts, and we've helped hundreds of homeowners protect what matters most, their homes. Sinking foundations, wet crawl spaces or basements, cracked or bowing walls, settling concrete. Visit homelifters.net today for your free estimate and let us keep your home solid from the ground up. Home Lifters Foundation Repair. We raise homes and restore peace of mind.
All right, we're back here at Susan Bentley Field at Thorsby, where the Rebels trail Randolph County 35-26. The Rebels had a 1st and 10, Kelly, at their own 39, or excuse me, the Randolph County 39, after that pass interference penalty on the last play. So here's Carroll in the backfield. Castillo. There's a good fake up the middle. Oh, he's got open room to the right side. He's at the 30. And I don't know if he got the first down or not, but he's going to be close.
Had 2 deep routes, had Jackson and Cooper both heading up. Left side and right side, right up the hashes, covered well by Randolph County. Had Collier Price out in the flats, could have thrown it to him. Great choice to run it when he rolled out to the right for the big first down and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
They gave him 11 yards, so that was a first down for the Rebels at the Tigers' 28-yard line. Carroll from the shotgun. Is Collins and Jackson out to the left. He throws a quick one to Jackson. He's at the 25. He's at the 20. And he's brought down at the 20-yard line. So it looks like a pickup of about 8.
Yeah, went to that
first down.
Went to that empty set, had trips out here, called that. I've heard it called a slip screen, a rocket screen. Jackson coming from the outside, working his way back in, which sets up blocks and angles. Great quick pass out there. For 8 yards, doesn't look like, I know when you're looking at the yards, it doesn't look like you are doing anything big, but an 8-yard gain down here is big, but it also is making Randolph County defend from sideline to sideline, and they've also making them defend from the line of scrimmage to the goal line, and that is going to start wearing that defense down.
I think you're right. You said it earlier about them having to guess what Thorsby's going to do next with all the misdirection. And looks like the Rebels have got their offense rolling. We could just get a few defensive stops.
Yeah, if you've noticed, the pass rush has slowed down. They've gotten a little tired, but they've also got a little less aggressive because it's rolling out here. We got the counters back the other way. They're throwing back across the formations on plays. It's starting. Thorsby offense is starting to put their wheel.
Looks like they marked it at the 21, so we're going to call it 2nd and 3. Here's Carroll. He spins around to the left. He's got a receiver open. He's got it. Touchdown, Rebels! Looks like David Cooper with a 21-yard reception.
Unbelievable catch, Mike. He was going right to left. It was supposed to be like a skinny post, but he got to the end line and turned it into like a dig route. The ball was a little underthrown. Cooper goes low, scoops both hands up under the ball, right on the end line for the touchdown. A huge, huge play for the Thorsby Rebels.
That cuts the Randolph County lead to 3. It is now 35-32 with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Rebels line up to go for 2.
They put the ball up on the right hash. I would look for that little rollout pass. Somebody coming back underneath out here to the field space, trying to spread Randolph County out on this left side.
Here comes Carroll around to the left side. He's looking, and he's swallowed up around the 5. So he does not get the 2-point conversion, but with 45 seconds to go in the first half, the Rebels have cut the lead to 3 with another touchdown of their own.
Well, I did not want to speak it into existence a while ago, but at a minute 47, I thought we could have 14 more points. And Mike, we're on pace for that in a minute 47 to have maybe 21 or even more points. Neither defense right now knows what to do with the other's offense.
You're right. It's a tremendous offensive show. Both these teams average over 40 points per game, and we may have somebody get 40 here in the first half.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. 45 seconds out there for Winston is nothing.
Well, what we need Castillo with another one of those fabulous kicks he's made. He's probably kicked 4 or 5 that have just been, just up for grabs. We just only got one.
Yeah, they are. And it's nerve-wracking for a coaching staff to know that this is what's coming every time. But that football is oblong, Mike. You don't know where it's going to bounce or what direction it's going to go in. And if they can, that's what it's going to take, or some turnovers for Thorsby to stay in this thing. Because if that running game ever gets that running game for Randolph County is just too strong.
All right, so here's Manuel Castillo to kick off again for the Rebels. The Tigers shift over to the right side, expecting a squib kick this way. Let's see what he does. He drills another one. It's hit it. All right, Winston has the ball at the 40, and he reverses field. And he is finally knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line. I really thought I saw a hold here on Randolph County, but they did not call it.
The 2 holds there.
You can hear the fans on that one, and they have been they've been quiet about the officials. Officials not called bad, but there were two jersey pull downs that happened on that return that could have took it, and it should be back in the negative side of the 50. But now they're on the 28-yard line going in.
28-yard line with 34 seconds. They have one timeout. The Rebels have 2. Here's Huddleston underneath center. He tossed sweep to the left. There goes Winston. And great play by number 3, Lucas Jackson. Knocked his feet out running that time, Kelly.
They had that power eye look, just a straight toss sweep to the left, to the top, had a lot of blockers, but once again had penetration coming from the top, and it looked like number 6 for Thorsby, Casey Brand, might have been the one that got upfield and forced that back inside. And we talked about it earlier. You cannot tackle Winston at the shoulder pads or high. You got to get him low, and Jackson finally decided, hey, I'm going to take out that front leg, and he can't run if he can't stand.
He did take him out. It was a great tackle. For no gain, it'd be 2nd and 10 from the 28. We have a timeout here. The Tigers take their 3rd and final timeout of the first half. Coach Davis and the Thorsby coaching staff trying to figure out something to do with number 2, Winston, for Randolph County, but they got him that play.
They did, and this is, once again, this 26.2 seconds is big. Thorsby gets the ball to come out in the start of the second half, and if you're only down 3, you got a chance to take the lead early in the third quarter.
So here are the Randolph County Tigers again, 2nd and 10. Huddleston underneath the toss sweep. Looks like he wanted to throw the ball to Winston, but he is tackled again. Nice play by the Rebels. Okay, so the clock is running 10 seconds. 5 seconds. There's a toss sweep. Winston with a good hit. He's breaking around. He reverses field. Cooper's the last man to have a chance, but they catch him and get him, and the first half is expired. What a play by the Rebels to stop Winston to keep him out of the end zone. So at the end of the first half, it is Randolph County 35 and the Thorsby Rebels 32.
Yeah, amazing play right there, Mike. 2 in a row. Randolph County tried to get fancy with a halfback pass, single receiver route who was double covered. Great play. Tall sweep, reversed his field. Number 12, Javion Cooper, who's had an amazing first half for Thorsby, made the touchdown-saving tackle. As the Thorsby Rebels walk behind us now at the booth, heading back in, there's a little bit more pep in their step, knowing that they're about to get the ball.
Exactly. So we'll be back after these messages. We'll get the first half recap when we come back.
Dependable septic and sewer services. Black Belt Sewer, proudly serving all of Chilton County, offers septic tank pumping, inspections, replacements, field line installation, and more. MHS alumni owned and rooted in the Black Belt family. We're proud to serve the community we call home. Trust local. Trust Black Belt Sewer. Call us today.
Garrison's Farm and Home. Whether you're working the land or sprucing up your home, Garrison's has everything you need. They offer a wide selection of livestock feed, gardening tools, and pet supplies, plus home improvement products, all at great prices. Stop by today and experience why Garrison's Farm and Home has been a local favorite for years. Garrison's Farm and Home, where quality and savings meet.
When it's time to clean up your job site or tackle that big home project, Patriot Dumpster Services in Thorsby has you covered. Veteran owned and operated, we specialize in residential and commercial roll-off containers and porta-john rental. Dependable, local, affordable. Call 205-767-1937 today. Patriot Dumpster Services, your mission, our commitment. Proud sponsor of Thorsby High School football. Go Rebels!
When you need concrete that stands the test of time, call Shelby Concrete, the best ready-mix concrete supplier in Alabama, serving commercial, residential, and industrial projects with unmatched quality and dependability. From driveways to big construction jobs, Shelby Concrete delivers strength, precision, and service that you can trust, on time, every time. When your project calls for the best, call Shelby Concrete, your solid foundation for success. 334-265-0235. Shelby Concrete, your best source for quality and dependable concrete.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
Blessed Miss Designs now has a storefront on Montgomery Avenue in Thorsby. Stop by and see Stephanie for all your printed and embroidered apparel. Be sure to like them on Facebook and go Rebels! Looking for that perfect gift for Christmas? Get by Old Orchard Amish Furniture in Clanton, where you'll find premium quality handcrafted rockers, gliders, swings, and more. Find them on Facebook or stop by and see Bruce at their location on County Road 37 in Clanton. Old Orchard Amish Furniture, a gift of love built for a lifetime. Clanton's favorite market is back and better than ever. Market 22, formerly Bee's Market, is now open. Stop by for fresh hand-cut meats and seafood, plus all the seasonings, rubs, and sauces you need to bring the flavor home. Proudly locally owned and operated, Market 22 has your holiday specials ready, just in time for your next family feast. And coming soon, EBT and wine sales. That's Market 22 in Clanton, where you'll always find prime cuts and quality goods.
All right, here we are, folks, back at Susan Bentley Field here in Thorsby, where the Rebels are in the shootout with the Randolph County Tigers from Wedowee, who lead 35-32. Wow, 67 points in the first half, Kelly.
That's we knew it was going to be high scoring, and it was going to be up and down the field. I think I still just not prepared for what we just saw. Like I said, the defenses are struggling on both sides of the ball, but those offenses are super impressive.
All right, well, we're joined here at halftime by Piper Peach's own Jason Green. Jason, what do you got for us?
Numbers from the first half, the Randolph County Tigers 1-of-1 passing, 19 yards, 13 rushes, 303 yards on 13 carries, 5 touchdowns. 11 of the 13 carries come from Winston, 289 yards and all 5 touchdowns. 9 first downs in the first half. For Thorsby, 6 of 10 for Braylon Carroll passing, 142 yards and 3 touchdowns. Rushing, he carried the football 15 times for 52 yards, and Jalen Cooper, 3 carries for 82 yards. 298 total yards for the Rebels, 11 first downs. Thorsby, they shot themselves in the foot early in the first quarter with penalties. 6 penalties so far on the evening for 45 yards for the Thorsby Rebels. This is the way scoring shook out. In the first quarter, Randolph County got it on the board first as Winston scampered in from 32 yards out. The extra point made it 7-0. With 6:07 to go in the first quarter, Thorsby's Braylon Carroll powers it in from 2 yards out for a score. The 2-point conversion failed. It was 7-6. Didn't take long for the Tigers to get back on the board. 5:51 to go in the first quarter. Winston, 38-yard touchdown run. It was 13-6 as the 2-point conversion failed. And then again with 59 seconds left to go in the first quarter, a 91-yard run for a touchdown by Winston. 2-point converted. It was 19-6. In the second quarter, 8 minutes to go, Braylon Carroll found Collier Price for a 6-yard touchdown. The 2-point conversion was no good. It was 19-12. Randolph County with 6:51 to play in the second quarter. Again, a 42-yard touchdown by Winston. It was 27-12 with a 2-point conversion made. The Rebels ripped off 14 consecutive points, or 2 consecutive touchdowns, rather. 4:26 to play in the quarter. Braylon Carroll finds Collier Price again for 10 yards. The 2-point conversion run by Carroll was good. It was 27-20. Touchdown for the Rebels with 1:47 to play in the quarter as number 12, Jalen Cooper, goes in from 12 yards out, from 11 yards out. The 2-point conversion was no good. It was 27-26. With 1:33 to play, Winston carried it in around left side for 54 more yards and a touchdown. The 2-point conversion was good. It was 35-26. And with 45 seconds to play in the quarter, Braylon Carroll found Cooper again, this time 23 yards. The 2-point conversion was no good, and that wrapped up scoring in the first half. 35-32, 67 total points between these two teams. 600 yards of total offense between the two teams.
And this is high school football, Kelly.
This is high school football, and you never really know from Friday night to Friday night what it's going to look like. But tonight it is a straight track meet. These guys are as I said, every touch is a 40-yard dash. They're trying to see who can move it the fastest. Up and down the field. We're having scoring drives that are less than a minute, and they're going 60, 70, 80 yards, 90 yards down the field.
That's right. The Rebels outscored Randolph County in the second quarter 26-16, so that's a promising outlook. One
of the things that the key to stopping any good run game is penetration into the backfield. And what Thorsby had to start doing, especially there in the second quarter, was generating some penetration instead of trying to rely on the front 5 to do it. And they had been playing with a 5-down lineman most of the half. They started sending up that corner. They're pretty much telling Randolph County, if you want to throw it, throw it. But we're going to try to do everything we can to stop that. And that coming in off the edge from that corner has really hurt Randolph County's running game there late in the second quarter. So I'm very interested to see what adjustments Randolph County makes, because I think Thorsby's starting to figure out a little bit how to help that defensive front. But still go back to the original key. You can get penetration, you can scheme it up well, but you've got to execute the play at the end. And that's what I see. The biggest question mark going into the second half is, can they keep number 2 bottled up enough and actually get a stop I think we've seen one punt in the game, gentlemen, and that was unheard of. It was amazing we even had the one, but then it was fumbled right back, and so it kind of negated the punt.
Yeah, we got the turnover on the punt.
One of the big things I think you're going to find here, this first drive of the third quarter is going to be huge for Thorsby. That is the great equalizer at this point. If they can go ahead, and even if they swap scores in the second half, if Thorsby can punch that first possession of the third quarter in and then somehow figure out a way to slow Winston down, that third quarter first possession turns out to be the key possession of the ball game.
100% agree, Jason. Thorsby has to score in this possession. And to take the lead, you're going to see a crowd that doesn't, they get up, they get down, but they're so nervous because they know how explosive the other team is. I think you're going to see a different crowd. You're going to see that home field advantage come in on that play. But to take the lead after being that bad, and then I love the fact that you want to close out quarters. Second and fourth quarters are huge in this game, and Thorsby did a great job of doing that in that first half.
Well, Kelly, while we're being entertained now by the Southern Pride Band of Thorsby High School, so let's cue in and listen in to what they're doing tonight.
You've been listening to the Pride of Thorsby, the Rebel Marching Band, here at halftime. It's a 35-32 lead for Randolph County. Just moments away from the start of the third quarter. We'll be back with more with Mike Ellison and Kelly Smitherman right after these messages.
Blessed Miss Designs now has a storefront on Montgomery Avenue in Thorsby. Stop by and see Stephanie for all your printed and embroidered apparel. Be sure to like them on Facebook and go Rebels! Looking for that perfect gift for Christmas? Get by Old Orchard Amish Furniture in Clanton, where you'll find premium quality handcrafted rockers, gliders, swings, and more. Find them on Facebook or stop by and see Bruce at their location on County Road 37 in Clanton. Old Orchard Amish Furniture, a gift of love built for a lifetime. Clanton's favorite market is back and better than ever. Market 22, formerly Bee's Market, is now open. Stop by for fresh hand-cut meats and seafood, plus all the seasonings, rubs, and sauces you need to bring the flavor home. Proudly locally owned and operated, Market 22 has your holiday specials ready, just in time for your next family feast. And coming soon, EBT and wine sales. That's Market 22 in Clinton, where you'll always find prime cuts and quality goods. Cracks in your walls, floors uneven, moisture in the basement? Don't wait for it to get worse. Home Lifters is here to help. We're Alabama's foundation repair and waterproofing experts, and we've helped hundreds of homeowners protect what matters most, their homes. Sinking foundations, wet crawl spaces or basements, cracked or bowing walls, settling concrete. Visit homelifters.net today for your free estimate and let us keep your home solid from the ground up. Home Lifters Foundation Repair. We raise homes and restore peace of mind.
Need dependable septic and sewer services? Black Belt Sewer, proudly serving all of Chilton County, offers septic tank pumping, inspections, replacements, field line installation, and more. MHS alumni owned and rooted in the Black Belt family. We're proud to serve the community we call home. Trust local. Trust Black Belt Sewer. Call us today.
Garrison's Farm and Home. Whether you're working the land or sprucing up your home, Garrison's has everything you need. They offer a wide selection of livestock feed, gardening tools, and pet supplies, plus home improvement products, all at great prices. Stop by today and experience why Garrison's Farm and Home has been a local favorite for years. Garrison's Farm and Home, where quality and savings meet.
When it's time to clean up your job site or tackle that big home project, Patriot Dumpster Services in Thorsby has you covered. Veteran owned and operated, we specialize in residential and commercial roll-off containers and porta-john rental. Dependable, local, affordable. Call 205-767-1937 today. Patriot Dumpster Services, your mission, our commitment. Proud sponsor of Thorsby High School football. Go Rebels.
When you need concrete that stands the test of time, call Shelby Concrete, the best ready-mix concrete supplier in Alabama, serving commercial, residential, and industrial projects with unmatched quality and dependability. From driveways to big construction jobs, Shelby Concrete delivers strength, precision, and service that you can trust, on time, every time. When your project calls for the best, call Shelby Concrete, your solid foundation for success. 334-265-0235. Shelby Concrete, your best source for quality and dependable concrete.
Here's Mike Ellison. We're back at Susan Bentley Field in Thorsby, where the Rebels 12-3 at half. We just got through with a wonderful halftime show put on by the Southern Pride Band of Thorsby High School. They really do a good job considering they have only 18, 19 members. Tremendous sound. I hope you enjoyed it out there in listening land. So here we are. We've got about a minute, Kelly, before the second half starts. We talked a little bit about what's been working for both teams. What kind of adjustments do you think we can make as a defense to stop number two?
They gap integrity. Anytime those defensive linemen, they need to stay. They don't need to get turned. Keep their shoulders parallel to the line of scrimmage, because every time they get turned or they get pushed in, it creates a crease, and Winston doesn't need much of a crease to get through. And then to continue doing what they did with their outside, with their corners kind of coming up and forcing things back in, and it's a gang tackle mentality. One man's not going to get him down. You need to get multiple. Right. On Randolph County side of things is get back to playing aggressive defense when they were getting after the ball. And rushing hard, had a lot of penetration. It forced Thorsby to make some uncharacteristic plays. But Thorsby made some great adjustments offensive and made them guess, kept them going, slowed that rush down by just doing it with formations and plays. So the defense is, I know the offense is going to score. And it might come down to who makes the biggest play or plays on defense.
Well, I tell you what, obviously Thorsby's success began to wear on Randolph County. Like that second quarter, I mean, the Rebels, even though they were down by 13 at the end of the first quarter, they outscored them by 10. So, I mean, they're right in this thing.
Oh, very much so, and it could be. It's going to be a stamina night. It is a cool night, but these guys, that's a lot of snaps. But more than that, it's not even the number of snaps. It's the amount of yards these guys are having to run. So even those big guys on these big plays are working their way up and down the field. So a little bit of stamina. Who's going to have enough left in the tank in the fourth quarter? You cannot, I don't think either team can allow the other one to get too far out in front at this point, especially going into that fourth quarter when you are a little tired and your legs don't want to move quite like they want to. Or if you force one team to get out of what they want to do late. But to be honest with you, what I've seen so far, I don't expect much different than points being scored.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's very exciting. I guess that was, 10 touchdowns? I believe it was 10 touchdowns in the first half. Both teams got 5. A couple of two-point conversions, a couple of misses. Wow.
I had an opportunity to play in a lot of had an opportunity to play in a lot of football games, coached in even more football games, and I do not remember being a part of something quite like this. Jason just passed us a note on there about total plays run. Thorsby's done what they wanted to, 35 plays run, and ball control like we talked about. Randolph County's 35 points have come off 11 plays. That is I quit marking. Actually, I got to 7 big plays on my sheet over here, and I quit marking because that's probably about right. They've had about 3 or 4 stops, and the rest of them have been big plays.
I didn't realize it was that lopsided, but the good news is that there was 35 plays run by the Rebels. They got 300 yards from it. So they really had some offensive success, as we expected. We talked about that in the pregame, that even though Randolph County has a good stable of athletes, their defense is a little suspect.
Oh, very much so, and that they have against the better teams they play, they've shown it, and so we'll see what this looks like going into the second half, and if they make the adjustments we said, or they just say, hey, we did it right the first time. But Thorsby has to be beyond the moon ecstatic to have given up 11 plays on offensive end and 35 points, and to be in this game 3 points down going into the second half. That's a lot to be glad about going in or happy about going in. Is like, hey, Randolph County showed us their best, and boys, we withstood it. We in this game. There's nothing else they got that's going to show us. We know what they've got. We know who they are, boys, and let's go out there and play.
Well, I think Coach Davis, that's a testament to his staff, because that was a mid-game adjustment right there. Because they could have easily, when it got down 27-12. I was afraid there for a minute that it could get away, but the Rebels did not let that happen. Coach Davis did not let that happen. And as a result, we've got quite a ball game here, starting here in just a few seconds. So the clock has been reset to 12. The Rebels are ready, but Randolph County is still in a huddle down in their end zone. But
you're starting to hear those cowbells come out. Thorsby's done that for a lot of years. I remember as a coach listening to those guys do that. My kids are at Mississippi State, and so they got their cowbells. Be there tomorrow, Mike, watching the Bulldogs play the Bulldogs. Mississippi State and Georgia playing, looking forward to that. But these cowbells, this is what Thorsby needs. They need the fans in, making that noise, and giving these guys that 12th man effect here at home.
I believe it was Christopher Walker that said, what we need is more cowbells. And so we're getting that tonight from the Rebels. But speaking of Mississippi State, they had a big win last week, right at the end of the game against Arkansas?
Oh, it's been fun. A college football season. It's been a fun, just football season all the way around. But the NIL and other things, teams. There's a lot of teams in this thing. So yeah, it's been fun. Looking forward to going over to Starkville tomorrow.
Well, I hope you guys have a safe trip and wish the Bulldogs all the best of luck.
That's a pretty safe wish right there.
Yeah,
There's going to be a Bulldog victorious for sure.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so now we have Randolph County about to kick off. It's Andrew Hill is the kicker. I may have been miscalling that. I was saying Palmer, but all right, here's the kick. It's a pretty long kick. J.V. Cooper has it at the 15. He's at the 30, the 35. He cuts it to 40. Oh, another game-saving tackle. Uh-oh, Cooper is down. He's a little shaken up on that play.
There's a good tackle by Keon Knight coming up and got Cooper right on the thigh. Going in at some speed. Probably shook him up a little bit, a little Charlie horse on there.
He's up and getting off the field on his own power, so that's a good sign. He's also holding one of his arms, but the Rebels have it after that nice return. That was about 28 yards on their return at their own 43, 1st and 10.
Yeah, Cooper's a guy they can't afford to have on the sideline very long. Looks like he's got a little stinger. He was shaking it out coming over here.
His staff's giving him a little attention right now. Play clock is down to 15 seconds. Braylon Carroll in there.
Goodwin has come in for
Alondre
Cooper.
Goodwin. All right, here's a sweep to the left. Here's number 25 for the Rebels. And it's a good run by Caden Collins. Looks like he got about 4 or 5 yards there. We'll call it 2nd and 6.
That little counter play, little action coming back against the grain, so to speak.
And Cooper is back in the game after missing one play there. That's good news for the Rebels. A good one comes out. It's 2nd and about 6 from the 47.
Yeah, and Coach Davis testing that edge right off the bat just to see if there were adjustments made out there or not.
Just Carroll from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. And the ball skipped the ground. It was so close. Almost a great catch by number 24, Collier Price.
It's almost like the ball stuck in Price's hand a little bit. Didn't not come out looking right. But one of the adjustments, it looked like great play call. The outside linebacker went to that base 4-3 that they've been playing. The outside linebacker came up trying to attack what he thought was the waggle, tied in, curl route right behind. You'll probably see that play again later on.
He was open. It was just a tad underthrown. Here we go. 3rd down and 6 now. There's Cooper. He's around right in. He's at midfield. He's got the 1st down. He's got more. Oh, he's pulled from behind, but he got inside the 30-yard line. That was a really good run. But we do have a flag down, though, back at the 45. I'm afraid this one's coming back. They've got some holding there, Kelly, around the 45-yard line, so that'll bring it back to from the Randolph County 45 to the Thorsby 45. Or 40, I guess. No, it's 10 yards, isn't it? So it will be the 45.
It's hard to see who that was on the top side of the field. It was farther away from us. Had a whole entourage of guys out there in front blocking for him. But that same play, once again, those underneath, back across the formation run plays that Randolph County cannot seem to slow down or stop.
All right, we got 3rd and 8 here. Carroll in the shotgun. Cooper in motion to the left. Carroll rolls out to his left. And he's got a man open. Cooper's open. He got it. Oh, he could not hang on. Oh, my gosh. He was inside the 20-yard line. Just couldn't quite hang on. It was a tad underthrown, but It did go right through his hands, it looked like.
Coming back across the formation, it was a deep crossing route. We used to run that play with our Y, and it's Cooper might even want to slow down a little bit and give time for the play action in the backfield to set up a little bit. The guy that pretty much saved another play, Winston, read it and got back on defense again, got in the line of sight of Cooper, and he couldn't quite find the ball, and it went right through his hands.
So here's Thorsby on their first possession of the second half. They're going for it on 4th down. It's about 4th and 8. So Carroll in the shotgun. Castillo is his blocking back. They're chasing him. And he made a falling incomplete pass. Kelly, he was almost sacked.
Yeah, that's that aggressiveness that we said that Randolph County would need to get back to. They sent more guys than Thorsby could block. Castillo picked up the first linebacker, but there were 2. And any pressure, anytime you get pressure right up the middle, that destroys a pass play quickest because the quarterback does not have time to think or to move because it's on him so fast.
So Randolph County takes over on downs at their own 45-yard line. Excuse me, the Thorsby 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Here is Rhett Huddleston behind center, under center. He hands off to Terrell, number 34. And he gets about 8.
Got another flag in the backfield, Mike.
34, Terrell on the kick. He's hit by number 2, Wait.
And it looks like they're going to get there for a chop block against Randolph County. And so they're going to back him up on this one.
Yeah, that's a big one. 10-yard penalty on that. And actually, no, the chop block's 15's personal foul.
Backs them up all the way to their own 40. It'll be 1st and 25 for the Randolph County Tigers. All right, Thorsby needs a big stop here. Huddleston brings his team to the line. He's under center. Hand off to Winston. He's at the 40, to the 30. Cooper's got a shot. Oh, he can't make the tackle. And I don't see any flags. It looks like a touchdown for Randolph County. That was 60 yards. I tell you, that young man is quite a talent.
Once again, the gap, it was all it was, a wishbone formation, lead to the right. You block everybody. You try to wash as much down inside and kick out the end guy. And there was nobody over the top but Cooper, and he was no match for Winston in the open field.
All right, the Tigers line up for a 2-point conversion. Hand off to Winston, and he walks it to the end zone for 2 points. So that was a quick 2-minute and 11-second. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't even that much because Thorsby had the ball first. So what was that, 2 plays, 3 plays with the penalty?
That's 2 plays counting the penalty that took them back, and that was worst case scenario for Thorsby Rebels. Not to score and then to give up a quick score.
So Randolph County takes an 11-point lead with that 2-point conversion. It's now 43, Thorsby 32, 9:49 in the 3rd quarter. Well, they find themselves in familiar territory. The Rebels are going to have to find a way to get in the end zone.
There's not many times in a lot of football games where a 3 and outs or 4 and outs in that case are so devastating. But in a track meet like this, you have to match score for score. And we talked about it right before the half. It's whichever defense can make the most plays. It might just be one play. In that case, they made 2 plays, but the penalty, the holding penalty on the first down run by Cooper cost the Rebels in that drive.
Cost them dearly, that's right. So here is number 5, Hill again, kicking off for Randolph County. And he kind of pooches that one, but it's caught by Jackson, he returns it up to the 40.
Jackson on return, they ball down at the 40-yard line.
So that's good field possession for the Rebels here. Their second possession of the second half. They have it at their own 40, 1st and 10. All right, so
40-yard line, or we put up 1st and 10.
Braylon Carroll brings his team out. 1st and 10 at their own 40. Let's see what Coach Davis and the Rebels have cooked up in this series. You hate to say it's vital with so much time left, but they can't afford to let any more scores go unanswered.
You're exactly right. 2 scores down now. It's tough. You cannot go 3.
Well, the Tigers snuffed that one out. That was going to be some sort of trickery play there, little reverse. And
Tristan Chappell with a big play. Came through from the top side. That was going to be one of those underneath run plays again to Cooper. It was set up well and untouched coming from his defensive tackle position through the line. And never even got a chance to hand the ball off. Was able to attack the handoff point. Luckily, not a turnover.
That's right. It looked like it could have been. All right, so here we go. It's 2nd, and we'll call it 15 for the Rebels. Here's Carroll from the shotgun. He back to pass. He's throwing it deep. And it's incomplete. Looks like might have had a little misread there, miscommunication. The Rebel receiver looked like he stopped.
Collier Price ran a little a deep comeback route at about 20 yards, and Carroll threw the ball on a 7 route, a go route. The deep ball, and unbelievably lucky. There were 2 white jerseys there that had a chance at that interception.
I guess that's why they say they're playing defensive back rather than wide receiver.
That's exactly right.
All right, so here we are. It's 3rd down now and 15 for the Rebels.
And you called a big 3rd down play right here. Got his blocking back in the backfield with him, Mike.
You got Cadence in the slot on the left side, and here comes Carroll rolling out to the left. And he's chased out of bounds at about the 44. He may have lost a yard on that one.
So Randolph County's going to a man-to-man defense now. You see him just going through and trying to keep as much pressure up front. Rolled out to the short side of the field, kind of to the boundary side, and it's just too much pursuit and penetration up front. That's got to be more of a quick hitter. It was a shallow rollout. Probably wasn't 5 or 6 yards from the line of scrimmage. You want a quick hitter, but the man-to-man coverage on Randolph County side was too good.
It was a slow developing play. And we're punting here for the 2nd time. Collier Price stands on about his 22. And he gets a much better kick this time. Nobody is back for Randolph County. Takes a Thorsby roll all the way back to about the 26-yard line.
The 27-yard line.
So that was about a 39-yard punt. Considering that was a second one, that was a pretty good kick.
Not bad at all. Looked like a pitching wedge, though. Had a little backspin and just kind of stopped. Thought it might get a roll. They had nobody back to return it. They did not want what happened on the first punt to happen again from Randolph County. So they said, we just won't send anybody back.
They did get a turnover on a kind of a side kick there, side foot kick by the Rebels in the first half. Okay, so here's Huddleston bringing his team up. He hands off to that number 2 again, Winston. But the Rebels wrap him up this time around the 32-yard line.
You saw Lucas Jackson that coming. We're talking about the DBs were going to have to help in this run game. They're going to have to come up. And Lucas read the play, came up late and right in the hole and took Winston on and held on.
Got him low, like we said. Okay, so here we go. We'll call it 2nd and a long 5 for Randolph County. Huddleston's under center. Got Winston getting the ball straight up the gut. The Rebels can have him, but he still gets 7 yards, 8 yards maybe, and got the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Randolph County from the 40-yard line. But I tell you, they looked a little better on that one, Kelly. They had 3 or 4 guys wrap that guy up.
They did.
Wrap up
It's the gang tackling that is what they're going to have to do. You're not going to get that Winston down with arm tackles or one guy. But I'm also starting to see that Randolph County offensive line starting to make a push every time the ball is snapped. The Rebel defensive line seems to be wearing down.
Here's Winston up the left side. The Rebels got him that time, wrapped him up. Looks like number 58. JT Green with the tackle. Maybe 2 yards. Maybe they gave him 3. We'll see. We're going to give him 2. So we'll call 2nd and 8. That was that penetration into the backfield, like you said a minute ago.
They've got to help the edge defensive end or that outside linebacker, and they're doing it with their corners. You see them all walked up again.
Here they are from the wishbone. Huddleston barking out his signals. He hands off to number 4 right up the gut. It's Ryder Pinson, but he only got about 4. So we're going to call it 3rd and a short 4.
We're also starting to see now, Thorsby had 8 guys on the line of scrimmage that time with 2 linebackers, and then they put Cooper, who is playing about 15 yards off the ball deep, as almost a safety valve to hopefully he can read it and come up and stop the big run if it breaks through that front 8.
3rd and 4 here's. Oh, he fell down. He got tackled in the backfield. May have tripped over his own man. Was Winston.
It's going to be close on that call.
Boy, that looks like a generous spot. 4th down. Less than 1.
We're going to call it a football length on this one. This is where if you've got anything in you that you can get into the backfield from that Thorsby defensive line and get some kind of penetration, now's the time to do it.
Clock runs with 5:28 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the handoff. And a fumble! And it looks like Winston got back on it. Boy, that was a break for the Randolph County. It was really a good play by Thorsby. A good hit there.
Lazama got the penetration we talked about. He got in the backfield and stopped it before it got going and could not bring Winston down in the backfield. And then Winston hit hard, couldn't see who made that hit. Ball comes flying out 3 yards in advance, and he dives 3 yards in front of him to snatch it away from Thorsby.
He did get the first down now. Randolph County is at the Thorsby 45. 5:07 and the clock running here in the 3rd quarter. The Rebels need a stop here. We need that ball to hit the ground again and get on it. Here's Huddleston to the line from the wishbone formation. Terrell in motion to the left. And it's a pitch. And he gets tackled. That was really a great play. Number 58, JT Green. That was followed up by number 2 for the Rebels is Brees Waits. That's the first time we called his name tonight, but he sure got in there and made that tackle after Green slowed him down.
We have a flag on the play. That could be, if it's against Thorsby, that's a rough call.
Oh, he must have got the face mask. That's what they're saying. So that'll be a personal foul. Be 15 yards, an automatic first down for Randolph County. Boy, that was a break.
They called it a 5-yard penalty, which it helps, but great play up top. They went with a wishbone overload to the left. They moved the right tackle over to the left side, and Thorsby read it well.
That's 1st and 5. Here's a handoff to Terrell. He's hard to bring down, but number 2's got him. And it's a great play by Brees Waits. Again, he makes the tackle.
The 34 Durrell on the carry.
So he picks up about 3. Maybe, yeah, we'll call it 2nd and a long 2. The Tigers are at the Rebels' 36-yard line. 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. And Randolph County has a 43-32 lead over the Thorsby Rebels. Art Holston brings his team to the line. Play clock's down to 10 seconds. No problem there. He gets the play off. And there's an incomplete pass. That was some really good pressure put on by the Rebels.
Looks like it was Jackson again.
Lucas Jackson.
Coming off the edge, forced an early throw to the back out of the backfield in the flats. Would have been a first down. They sent a 2-receiver route, 1 deep, 1 short. Jackson blows it up before it can be completed.
All right, that leaves it with a 3rd and we'll call it a short 2 from the Rebel 36.
Most definitely 2 down territory. They're not going to punt from down in here, so I'd look for number 2 to get the ball again.
Let's see if we can get the ball on the ground. There's a handoff to number 2. He's around the left end. He's at the 25. And the Rebels have him down there around the 25-yard line, 24. I think they give him the 24. That's plenty enough, though, for a first down.
Same play again, the one we've seen over and over tonight. It's so difficult to stop. It's you're outnumbered. When I talk about creating angles, to try to get people at home to understand that they're running this play to the left or to the right, and the entire line will try to slam everything back, defensive backs or defensive linemen into the linebackers, and to just kick out on whoever's left.
1st and 10, he hands off to Terrell up the middle. The Rebels have him, though. Like he might have got 1 or 2. There's a host of Rebels there, including J.T. Green with another great play.
So when you get those down blocks on that play, it's the angle that's kicking, and then that's what happens when the defense, I was talking earlier, the defense lineman gets his shoulders turned or he gets pushed down it just creates this crease, and that's why they like it off tackle, because it's so quick hitting, and it makes it so difficult to stop.
Rebels Jackson Jones was just also in on that play. 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Winston. He's right up the gut. He's at the 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Randolph County. Looks like about a 21-yard run there. And the Rebels just could not get him down. In fact, Cooper is a little shaken up again here. Hopefully that'll be short-lived like his first time.
Player down on the field. That was player down on the field.
Same play. They did the overload. This time they brought the left tackle over to the right side, and if you're not paying attention on those overload mics, your defensive lineman will get lined up on the wrong guy. They're used to lining up, say, on number 50 every time, but then 50's not the outside guy, and so that means they're too far inside. And that overload, if you don't shift your line down towards the overload, it creates that crease, and that's why Winston was able to walk in.
Well, let's hope Cooper is okay here. He's still on the ground. Now they're helping him up.
Young man's had a great game. They've asked a lot out of him tonight, and he is he's done the best that he could, playing that safety on defense and then running the ball on offense. That is Winston's now up to 403 yards and 7 touchdowns on 18 rushes. It's pretty impressive. I've never seen anything quite like this at any level, Mike. Not at high school, college, pro, nothing.
Well, they've extended their lead now. It's 49 for Randolph County and 32 for our Thorsby Rebels. Cooper's still getting treatment. He's up, though. That's a good sign. And we just have to hope, not only for the team, of course, but for him personally, that everything is good.
I agree. You're starting to see some of the teammates coming over, trying to help him out.
Yeah, that's quite a load to try to tackle that Winston. That Wendell Winston. He is really put on a show tonight. 18 rushes, 403 yards, 7 touchdowns. And we have 2:32 left in the third quarter. So we've just got to get that penetration that you talked about into the backfield, Kelly, where we can slow it down, disrupt it, make him stop. And when he stops, obviously he's not running, and you got a better chance to tackle him. Okay, so I think we're going to go to a little break while we're attending to the injured Thorsby player. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
And see Stephanie for all your printed and embroidered apparel. Be sure to like them on Facebook and go Rebels! Looking for that perfect gift for Christmas? Get by Old Orchard Amish Furniture in Clinton, where you'll find premium quality handcrafted rockers, gliders, swings, and more. Find them on Facebook or stop by and see Bruce at their location on County Road 37 in Clinton. Old Orchard Amish Furniture, a gift of love built for a lifetime.
All right, so we're back here. Susan Bentley Field here at Thorsby. The Rebels trail 49-32. We're waiting for Randolph County. They're going for 2 here after another touchdown by Wendell Winston. Javian Cooper did come off the field. His night may be done. Here's a run by Winston over the left side for the 2-point conversion. So they have extended their lead. Randolph County now leads 51-32. 2:32 left in the third quarter. Kelly, even though it's 19 points, a couple of breaks, Randolph County has turned the ball over a couple of times. Thorsby has moved the ball very well. A lot of time left in this game.
There is. There's plenty of time. It's not really time to panic. You're going to need some big plays. You're going to have to score quick on some things. Losing Cooper, if he is not able to return, he still has his shoulder pads off on the sideline. That's a loss of a weapon that has been used well. But this offense has come out of the gate a little slow in this third quarter for Thorsby. And they really, at this point, this is – I know it was 2:32 left in the third quarter, but they have to score this drive, Mike.
Right.
They have to get the ball in the end zone and get at least one score left in this third quarter and then be down 2 scores going into fourth. And we saw where they made up a lot of ground in the second quarter, so they're capable of doing it, but they're going to have to do something on this drive.
All right, so Randolph County is about to kick off here from the 40.
Back for return, Jackson Michelle.
Looks like Palmer is back in there to kick, number 8. And it's a short, high pooch. Nice catch there by Thorsby's number 6. Casey Brand. Looks like he returned it about 8 yards.
Brought down around the 40.
Yeah, Randolph County did not try to kick it deep that time. When you look back there, it was Carroll that took the place of Cooper on the kickoff return, and they did not want to risk Carroll in the open field. So short kick, give up field position, but potentially save a score.
So we've just been handed a note saying that the state record for rushing is 535 yards and 9 touchdowns, and certainly Wendell Winston is in range of that. Here's a sweep to the left. Number 25 for the Rebels is Caden Collins. He got about 6. He's at the almost the midfield. There's the 49-yard line of the Rebels. Second down. We'll call it 4. All right, so here's Braylon back in the backfield from the shotgun. There's a handoff to Castillo. He fights his way. He may have got one. No, looks like they're not going to give him the yard, so it'll be third down. Kelly, that was one of those plays that he made the judgment. Braylon made the judgment to give it to the fullback.
And that's the first time I'd said earlier, I didn't even think it was intended, Drew. I just thought it was just almost like a play fake kind of deal, and then just to suck the defense in, and he handed off that time. A little bit different formation we've seen. That was a base formation. That run, we called it blue, had two backs to the left and right of Carroll with a Y and an X receiver up top and one down.
So here we go. It's third and 4 here for the Rebels. Here's Brady going back. It's a screen pass up the middle to Castillo. And he's going to come up a little bit short. He got maybe 2, possibly 3 yards there. It's going to be 4th and a long 2.
You obviously hope for that to break bigger than that, but I can tell you now Thorsby is playing like they have 4 downs every time. And so you want to try to keep that 4th down play or 3rd down play to as few yards as possible.
All right, so here are the Rebels. They're just over the midfield stripe there at the Tigers' 49-yard line. 4th down and 3. There's in the round here to number 24. He's breaks free. And that is Collier Price with a very nice run all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Gotta be. Jason Green's looking over there. Was that the shuffle? That is the second time. I must admit, I'm supposed to be the one that sees those plays coming, and I cannot see how they got. That is a quick shuffle pass straight underneath.
We have a flag down as well. And it's after the play of personal foul, offsetting on both teams. So after the play, we should get the ball at the 24.
Yeah, big play. Looks like we got cramping going on with one of the Thorsby players getting a little chippy out there. Winston was involved in that play too. He's involved in the defense, offense, and the scuffles as well.
I believe I saw him selling popcorn over there at halftime, so I'm not sure. He's doing it all tonight.
I can't see who's down. They can't afford, if it's a skill player, Thorsby can't afford to drop. Might have been Collier Price after that run.
It might be Price. That's what I was thinking. All right, so the Rebels have 1st and 10 from the Tiger 24-yard line. Carroll in the shotgun has Castillo to his right. And he's just running the ball right over the right tackle. He's at the 20. He's all the way down to about the 15 or 16-yard line. So it was a great run there by Braylon Carroll. Got about 9 yards there.
Great quarterback lead, right up the gut. Back to the kind of runs that Carroll likes to make, very patient. Guiding his pulling guard, number 52, where he wanted him to go, and just setting up blocks. Beautiful looking play.
All right, 2nd and 1 on the 15-yard line. This will be huge for the Rebels to get a score here. Here's Carroll going around the left side. He got the first down. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Oh, they brought him down at the 3-yard line. That was really a determined run there.
Same play, left side. Same result, big play, setting up blocks, pulling guards. It's what Thorsby does best. It's right inside the 5 going in to start the 4th quarter. This is a big score for them.
Be 1st and goal. The end of the 3rd quarter. It's 51-32 Randolph County over our Thorsby Rebels. We'll be back in a few minutes after these words from our sponsors.
Clanton's favorite market is back and better than ever. Market 22, formerly Beast Market, is now open. Stop by for fresh hand-cut meats and seafood, plus all the seasonings, rubs, and sauces you need to bring the flavor home. Proudly locally owned and operated, Market 22 has your holiday specials ready, just in time for your next family feast. And coming soon, EBT and wine sales. That's Market 22 in Clinton, where you'll always find prime cuts and quality goods. Cracks in your walls, floors uneven, moisture in the basement? Don't wait for it to get worse. Home Lifters is here to help. We're Alabama's foundation repair and waterproofing experts, and we've helped hundreds of homeowners protect what matters most, their homes. Sinking foundations, wet crawl spaces or basements, cracked or bowing walls, settling concrete. Visit homelifters.net today for your free estimate and let us keep your home solid from the ground up. Homelifters Foundation Repair. We raise homes and restore peace of mind.
Okay, here we are back. Started the fourth quarter here at Susan Bentley Field. The Rebels trail 51-32. They have a first and goal at their own 3. Or excuse me, at the Randolph County 3. We got Bradley Carroll in the shotgun. He's going right up the gut, right up the middle. I thought he got in. He did get in. Touchdown, Thorsby. So that was a big play, Kelly, right there. We needed that score.
Oh, that was most definitely had to happen going into this fourth quarter. We turned this thing into a 2-score game. Just a quarterback lead off the left side. Thorsby got good push up front, drove the defensive line back into the end zone. I'll give that touchdown to the O-line. Give it the big hog mollies up front.
Well, they're going for 2 here. The Rebels can cut the lead to 11. Carroll with Collins in the backfield next to him. Collins got the ball. He dives over. He's in there. He got the 2-point conversion.
And he had to earn it.
He's a sophomore. He just got his 2 points there. It's a big play.
Jumping over bodies, spinning, getting hit, and determined that he was not going to go down before he got that 2 points. And we've got a player down.
Unfortunately for the Rebels. But they've cut the lead now to 51-40. With 11:50, that was the first play of the fourth quarter. It's a great start to the quarter for the Rebels. Maybe they could duplicate, Kelly, what they did in the first half, in the second quarter.
They're well on their way right now for sure. You're starting to see a little bit on both sides of the ball, especially on the Thorsby side, the physicality of this game. And that is one of the offensive linemen.
That is 58, J.T. Green, who is the center.
He injured his knee last week.
He's a little gingerly there. He's walking off a little gingerly. He's getting a little assistance, but he is coming off.
The left knee brace.
He came out of last week's game a little banged up as well. He was kind of on that questionable list as the week went along. And so that is one area that Thorsby does not have a lot of depth. The O-line is not as deep as some of the skill guys positions that they have. So this is because it looks like 70. Spencer Guy was with Collier over here, sending over some snaps. It looks like he's going to move over from his tackle position to center.
Well, you know, the Rebels lost starter Jalen Price to a knee injury earlier in the season against Greensboro.
Broken leg.
So they're already down, like you said, a little bit. But I got to tell you, they're really playing hard. They've not given up the game. They know that 11 points, they cut it. They tied it up earlier in the second quarter, so I think they can do it again. Let's just see what Castillo does here on the kick.
It's been an adventure the whole game, hasn't it?
It really has.
Every kickoff return, I see another white jersey on this side of the field waiting for that ball.
All right, so here we go. 11:53 here, left in the game. Oh, another good squib, but the Tigers fall on it this time. Number 19 is Patrick Bradley. Got on that one. That's what they've been trying to do all night, but I really haven't seen anybody go after that ball like he just did.
No, that was it was a good play up front. Castillo kicked it a little harder than he probably would have liked, but it was still hard to handle, still bobbled it, but not enough time for a maroon jersey to get down there.
All right, so here we go. The Rebels, their mission here is to stop number 2, Wendell Winston. Huddleston underneath the center. Hands off to Terrell this time. He's from the 45, he's at the 50. And he's brought down at the 46-yard line after a 9-yard gain. That's a good tackle there by Brees Waits. He's really made quite a few plays here in the second half. So it'll be second down, and we'll call it a long one for Randolph County. The Tigers, they have a 51-40 lead right now with 11:22 to go in the ball game.
What you're starting to see is pretty difficult for Waits to make plays. That Thorsby line starting to get pushed back 2 or 3 yards on every snap. You saw Terrell just step over bodies, but it was 3 or 4 yards down the field.
Right. There's a handoff to Winston. It goes up the middle. There's a flag. Comes in there. And he struggles, but he gets the first down. He got about 6 yards there to the 40, but let's see what the flag is. Let's see what the call is. And it's a chop block against Randolph County. I believe that's a 15-yarder, Kelly.
Yeah, you have to be very careful diving at knees, or it could be a lot of times in those double teams, if you've got if the guard's engaging on the defensive line and he's got him up high, and then a tackle comes in or even a guard comes in or takes him out at the knees, that's an automatic penalty.
That's Randolph County's 6th penalty tonight. They have been penalized for about 56 yards. So here we go. It's second down. We're going to call it 16. Huddleston under center. He's got Winston in the backfield in the I position. With Terrell at fullback. There's a handoff right up the middle. And the Rebels have it bottled up this time. There's a host of Rebels. Looks like the first guy there was JT Green.
Carroll needs to back away from that one. He stayed in Winston's face right there. Do not make a mistake.
Mental mistake. That could have given them a first down, but no call was made. Probably the best way to handle that.
I agree. No, nothing was said. I think that's a veteran official making a good call. But JT Green made a great play that time, coming through and forcing that lead play quickly.
All right, so it's a big third down here. Third down, and we'll call it 13 from their own 42-yard line. Randolph County try to extend their lead, try to hold on to the football. Hand off to Terrell, and the Rebels have got it balled up. He may have lost a yard, but either way, it's going to be fourth down. And it looks like for the first time tonight that Randolph County is sitting their punting team out on the field. They haven't punted yet, have they?
No, they have not. This is the first punt, but let me tell you, I love to see the life from that Rebel defense. Guys, they stepped up that time, and they moved the line of scrimmage backwards instead of being moved. That's what they needed, and this is a crucial. Every possession Thorsby has is crucial at this point, not just this one. They have to score every time they touch it now, but that stop, it was huge.
All right, we have Lucas Jackson awaiting the punt from Palmer. And he catches it at the 30. He's at the 35, and he's knocked down at the 37. So it was a nice 7-yard return after that punt. You know what I liked about that play was he made a really good effort to catch that ball and not let it hit the ground.
There's not a lot of skill guys, not just, you might be an amazing skill guy, but being a punt returner takes some serious guts. You have to be brave. He is looking up at that ball, running full speed up to catch it, knowing that they're running full speed at him to tackle him, and to keep the concentration to catch the ball, to get any yards out of that was amazing.
Yeah, he made that first tackler miss, and then the next guy tripped him up, got him by the ankles. I mean, he almost got away for a few more yards. Okay, so here's Braylon Carroll bringing the Rebels from the shotgun. He's going right up the right side, off the right guard. And the Tigers have him, but not before he picks up maybe 2 yards.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, here we go. We're going to have a right hand here against the Tigers. Unnecessary roughness. After the play was down, they slowed Carroll down. That's going to give him 15 yards. I believe that's an automatic first down.
Yeah, there's no reason for that play. That play, the whistle was blowing, the forward momentum was stopped, slung Carroll down in the backfield. That's one of those mental mistakes. When you start getting tired, you start seeing them happen, but that is that could be a costly penalty because it's 15 yards that Thorsby gets without the clock running.
That's right, 8:37, down by 11 with the ball at the 46-yard line of Randolph County. The Rebels, here they come, led by center J.T. Green with Braylon Carroll. We have a stop and play here.
Wanting to refresh the play clock.
Okay, there's reset to 40 seconds. And it starts now. So here we go, 1st and 10. Rebels from the Randolph County 46-yard line. Carroll from the shotgun. We have a jump offsides. It looks like the Tigers were offsides. Let's see if that's the way the referee saw it. Yes, it is. So that'll be another free 5 yards.
Another one of those freeze plays, hard snap count. That's 20 yards of free yards that Randolph County's got. Now, I will say, I'm looking on the sideline. Number 24, Collier Price, is on the sideline. We already know that number 12, Javion Cooper, is also out of the game. So you're about to see a lot of number 1 in this for the rest of this ball game.
And there's a sweep to number 4. Around the left end, he's got some room. Beautiful run by Andre Goodwin. Looks like he picked up about 15 yards. He's down to the 28. Give him 13.
Same play that Cooper's been running all night with great success. That just this little counter run back in, like you described, almost like a reverse, except it's just the one handoff. Carroll moving to the right. Play running back to the left.
And it's 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. The clock's running with 7:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. Rebels down by 11. And here's Lucas Jackson going around the right end. Oh, they got him. They got him. He's going to lose about 5 on that one, Kelly.
Yeah, just it was a stretch play, outside run play. Had a couple lead blockers out there. Randolph County did a good job of coming up. They ran that play right at Winston. And Winston came up and it just blew the whole play up in the backfield.
Well, it's going to bring up a second, and we'll call it 15. All right, Carroll from the shotgun. He's got Goodwin and Brand split out to the right. Here he's rolling out to the left. He's throwing across the middle. He's got number 6. Oh! In and out of the hands of Casey Brand. That was close. It was really a good defensive play, too. As soon as it hit his hands,
Brand is down.
Hanna for Randolph County got his hand in there right at the last minute and broke that play up.
He's okay.
Yeah, a little play action bootleg out to the left. You had Collins come across almost like a lead blocker, but then slipped out, had him open underneath. Had Brand coming across at about 10 yards down the field, just a 2-receiver route on that bootleg. Had both options. Like you said, a great play by Hanna. He's had several great plays for Randolph County tonight as a sophomore.
And Collier Price is back in the game.
Brand's a little shaken up on that play. He's kind of walked off a little gingerly there to the sidelines, and it is still 3rd down now, 3rd and about 15 for the Rebels. Like you said a minute ago, they need to cut this yardage down. So if they have to go for it on 4th down, they'll be a little closer.
Yeah, don't try to get it all in one play.
He's got a man open. Oh, underthrown and intercepted by number 18 for Randolph County. That is Keon Knight. That was a good play.
Pocket held up for a little bit. Carroll got a little pressure coming from the outside, so he stepped up, had nowhere to go, and that's probably the first real big mistake I've seen Carroll make tonight. Receiver was not open, floated it high and deep. It could have been one of two Randolph County players that could have intercepted that one.
He did what we've been doing all night, though. He threw across his body and threw across the field, but he didn't get away with that one.
Not when you float it like that. It was it's a tough play.
First down, Randolph County. Hand off to number 2, Winston. It looks like he's going to get about 8 or 9 there, up to about the 21-yard line.
And how often can you say that an 8 or 9 yard rush is a win for the defense? And in this case, that's tonight, the way that Winston's running, I'll take it if you don't give him 8, because you hope that they'll make a mistake. And that's one thing you want to do with a team like this. At some point, if the more plays they run on offense, the more they make mistakes. The problem is at 5:44 and counting, Thorsby needs a big play now.
Yeah, that was a huge turnover there for the Rebels. All right, we got 2nd down and 2. Huddleston brings his team to the line. He's under center. And he hands off to Winston. Again, he's going to the left side. He's at the 30. He's at the 40, and he falls down. It's like, I don't know if he's cramped up or if they're just trying to run some clock. But he purposely slid down.
I think it might have been a little bit of both there, Mike. That young man has put a few miles on those tires tonight. But once again, right now they need first downs and that clock running, and that is we're getting very close to the end of this game.
He's rushed for a quarter of a mile. He's rushed for a quarter of a mile.
All right, so it's 1st and 10, Randolph County.
Literally.
From their own 40. Here comes Huddleston. He's up to the line, running for the wishbone. He hands off to Terrell, the fullback. Or excuse me, that is not Terrell. But he gained about 3.
Number 8. For that Terry Hutton. No, wrong side. Ryder.
Cameron Palmer, you said number 8?
Yes, Cameron Palmer. Ryder Penson's been playing that position most of the night tonight. Put a fresh back in there, gave him the ball on that dive. 3 yards on the play, and the clock's still running.
So the Rebels have all 3 timeouts. Coach Davis may have to consider using some here a little bit to preserve a little time. But we're not there yet. Here we go, 2nd and 7. Huddleston hands off to Terrell. He's at the 45, and he's brought down at the 46-yard line. It's a good play there by the Rebels. Caden Collins, number 25, in on that tackle. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Jason just slid us a note and saying that Winston has already run over a quarter of a mile just in yardage tonight, not counting what he's run on defense and on special teams. The young man doesn't come off the field, so he is probably already pushing close to a 5K run tonight.
Well, he's young and he has lots of energy. All right, so here it is. The Rebels need to stop here on 3rd and 5. Huddleston hands off to Winston. He's got the first down, and he's down at the 45-yard line. So he picks up about 10 on that one, Kelly.
Yeah, the clock has stopped momentarily, but being 2 scores down, they have to. They needed to get a stop early on this thing to even have enough time to score 2 touchdowns. It's starting to get to the point that Thorsby's going to have a hard time getting back in this game if they can't get the ball back.
We need that ball to hit the ground here, and the Rebels scoop it up. The scoop and score would be nice. All right, it's 1st and 10 now. Randolph County, they moved into Thorsby territory at the 45.
Back to that wishbone. You got options back there in the backfield, fullback dive.
Oh, we got a flag now. Looks like you said a minute ago it was getting a little chippy. I don't think that's the case. We got some sort of personal foul, I think, coming up.
.67 for Randolph County. Lost his helmet, went out of the game, and now they're sending him back on.
We got us for another face mask. That'll be 15. Well, I don't know. It could be 5 yards. Could be an inversion, I guess they call it.
Not on this one. Not when you got an offensive lineman down the field that lost his helmet. It looks like it was ripped off by one of the Thorsby players 10 yards from the line of scrimmage down the field.
Well, football's a tough sport. Get a lot of emotions flowing, but really bad time for that with 2.5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, at this point, you don't want anything to mar. We hate that it didn't go our Thorsby Rebels' way up to this point, but it's been a good football game, and we don't want to remember it for dumb plays at the end.
So they have 1st and 10 now at the 28-yard line. Maybe we make it to 27. So Huddleston taking his time. He still has 20 seconds on the play clock. Clock is down almost 2 minutes.
And can I tell you, if you're going to milk the clock, don't send us out of the huddle. That's what those big boys are saying right now. You've got them bent over for 10 or 15 seconds. Seems like an eternity.
And there is Ryder Pinson again up the middle, fullback. Look, he got about 2, maybe, well, we'll call it 2. He's 2nd and 8 from the 26. So the Rebels, again, would need to get their hands on that football and score quickly to get back in this thing. I like their chances if they could get a score quick with that kicker, Castillo. You never know where that ball's going to go because he's really done a good job tonight other than the first 2.
It looks like it's going to be tough up to this point. Coach Davis has not used any of his timeouts, I think, with that score. And also no longer number 2 is now out of the game. Winston's no longer in the game.
That was a really good tackle there. Going for the legs there with number 70. Spence Guy made a good tackle there on Terrell for Randolph County.
And looking at the play clock, this will be it unless Coach Davis wants to use his timeouts. It doesn't look like he's going to do it. This clock's about to go under 40 seconds. One more snap, and this will be the ball game. Well, Mike, it was it's what we expected. We talked about high scoring. It's 91 total points. Saw an incredible performance from number 2. We know why now. He is featured in that offense for Randolph County. We saw a gutsy performance from the Thorsby Rebels. Physically, they literally left it on the field. Cramping, some injuries. They gave it everything they had. Very proud of the way that they played. They never gave up throughout this game, but it was just too much Wendell Winston at the end of the day.
Well, that was Pinson running up the middle there for the first down for Randolph County. They had a player injured there for a minute, number 75, but he got off the field on his own power. That was Tristan Chappelle. But now here we go. 1st and 10 from the Rebel 16, and the clock is going to run out. And the ball game is over with Randolph County coming to Thorsby and working out a 51-40 victory over the Thorsby Rebels.
I love how they're letting the injured offensive lineman Jalen Price lead out the line at the end. Congratulations to the Thorsby Rebels for a great season. We just hate that it ended this way for them in a hard-fought game.
Well, Thorsby, they had set the school record with 9 wins this year. They've never had a 10-win season. So at the beginning, I talked about record-setting season. They had the 8-game winning streak. That was a school record. 9 wins, it ties a school record. And boy, I tell you, they were just so close. But I tell you what really happened. There was a lot of good adjustments at halftime because it was only 24 points scored in the second half.
Yeah.
16-8, I think it was the score.
Both defenses did pretty well. Couple plays more from the Thorsby side. That I still go back to that holding call on the first down with Cooper. early in that third quarter that I think really did kind of turn this game a little bit in their favor, but it was still going to have to be a perfect almost performance in the second half from Thorsby to get through that Randolph County offense that they're going to have, because they knew they were going to score their points. And Thorsby just came up a little short, but nothing to hang their heads about.
No, it's a tremendous season, 9 wins, 2 losses. Like I say, there were parts of this game where I thought it was going to get away from the Rebels, but they did not let that happen. They played tough all the way to the end, but for a couple of, like you said, holding calls or, a couple of turnovers there late, it could have been different, but it was really a great game. Enjoyed it. There's a big crowd here tonight at Thorsby. They have the beautiful facilities here now, and I hate it for them that they lost, but like you said, they have nothing to be ashamed of. Tremendous season. Lots of good memories.
Yeah, and this Thorsby football program is heading in the right direction. Coach Davis, Daryl's done an amazing job here over the last 10 years, especially over the last 5. It's a tough one tonight, but I don't. This is not going to be their last trip to the playoffs. Not going to be their last chance as a program. I hate it for these seniors that are here. It's always tough, but here's the thing about the playoffs, Mike. Only one winner at the end of this thing.
Only
in
one.
each classification, and so
everybody else loses.
And so somewhere along the way, that's why it's such a tough road, so hard to do, is because you have to be on your A game for 5 weeks in a row.
Well, there are 10 seniors on Thorsby's roster, and I could just say that they've really done their school proud, that themselves represented their families. Good sport. There was a couple, like I said, of late hits there, but there was 2 that were offsetting, but the other 2 were against Randolph. So the Rebels, they did what they could, but just couldn't stop Winston, number 2. He I don't know what he ended up with. I think we're about to get the stats here from Jason, but it was a tremendous night.
That is the story of this night, is Winston and that run game that had. It wasn't just Winston. Braden Terrell, the other running back, had a great night for him as well. When you think number 2 doesn't have the ball, you think we're in good shape, and Terrell would break off 5, 10, 15-yard runs himself.
Well, normally the Rebels would get about 2-to-1 rushing yards to passing yards for their season averages. Tonight they had 172 yards passing, 176 rushing. Probably not exactly the way they wanted it, but that means in the second half they had about 50 yards offense. So, like I said, there was a lot of good adjustments made by both teams, really, because Randolph County did not put up 35 in the second half.
No, neither team. They figured a few things out. And then that 18 pass attempts from Carroll's probably a little bit more. That's a lot more than what their season average is as well, because they were forced. They had to start coming back, and that when you have to get out of your regular game, it makes comebacks even harder sometimes.
Well, the Rebels also had 9 penalties tonight for 75 yards. Like we said, Carroll was 8 for 18, 172 yards. Passing, 3 touchdowns, but he did have the 2 INTs.
And those INTs were crucial, especially the one at the end of the game that they had to score every time, like we talked about, and not to be able to finish that out. And both teams made the other start to drive, and, hey, that fatigue, you want to talk about a track meet. What they had to do in the first half, and then to try to physically on both sides, because a lot of these guys played both sides of the ball. That was a lot of football, because when you score that many points, you scoring that fast, clock doesn't go fast.
Right.
And so it's almost like they played almost an extra quarter because the clock was stopping so much along the way. And that's probably why you start seeing a lot of people dragging on both sides of the ball. That bus ride home for Randolph County, you're going to have they're going to be happy, very tired. But we're watching the Thorsby Rebels down there, still getting up, still have some energy about them, and
well, we had Thorsby had 16 first downs tonight, a total of 348 yards, in addition to his 172 yards passing, Braylon Carroll had 20 rushes for 76 yards. And then Javion Cooper had 4 carries for 78 yards. Lucas Jackson, 4 carries for 9 yards. Caden Collins, 3 carries for 12 yards. Alondre Goodwin, 1 carry for 13 yards. And Collier Price had 1 carry for 8 yards.
And then on the other side of the ball with Randolph County, you had Winston with 24 carries, 442 yards, and 7 touchdowns. They threw 2 passes and had 1 reception for 19 yards for a grand total of 520 yards of offense as it went along, but 442 of those 501 rushing yards from Winston. And then Terrell with those 20, it's 23, and guys, it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but there were a couple of those plays that were first downs. Those are those short yardage plays when you're looking for number 2 to get the ball, and then next thing you know, here comes big 34 rolling down through there. But very impressive night on the ground for Randolph County.
Terrell reminded me of a fire plug. About 5'10", looks like he weighs about 250.
And that's exactly right. You had the speed and power from Winston, then you just had the straight power from Terrell. You had that offensive line that was big and physical as well. So wish those guys the best of luck moving forward in the playoffs, because with that kind of run game and that kind of explosiveness, they can play with anybody offensively for sure.
Let's quickly give some credit to some of our sponsors tonight, guys. Old Orchard Amish Furniture, a locally owned business offering handcrafted, high-quality Amish furniture and proudly supporting Thorsby in the playoffs, located on County Road 37, the old Thorsby Road just south of Clanton. Patriot Dumpster Service, a reliable local partner keeping our community clean and cheering on the Thorsby Rebels this postseason. Home Lifters, lifting homes and lifting spirits. Home Lifters proudly stand behind the Thorsby Rebels. Chilton Mobile Home Supply, supplying quality and hometown pride. Chilton Mobile Home Supply supports Thorsby's playoff run. Shelby Concrete, building strong foundations and stronger teams. Shelby Concrete, proud to sponsor the Rebels in the playoffs. Market 22, from great food to great community, Market 22 is also a proud supporter of the Thorsby Rebels. Garrison's Farm and Home Center, your hometown store for all your farm and home essentials. Go by and see them tomorrow or over the weekend. Tell Rick and Teresa Jason sent you. Thorsby Sunoco, your friendly hometown stop for fuel, snacks, and great service. You can find some of that great Hunt Brothers pizza in there as well. Mike, you getting hungry? I know I am. Blessed Mess and Boutique, custom printed and embroidered apparel. Follow us on Facebook or visit our new storefront in Thorsby. Save More Associated Foods, the freshest meat and produce you'll find anywhere. Download the Save More app today and save more. Camp Crazy Bones and all about those paws. Go see Kristen Allgood and her staff for all your dog grooming needs. Camp Crazy Bones in Clanton and all about those paws in Thorsby.
You know, Jason, if you just hold those onions on that pizza, I'll be good.
You got it.
All right, sounds good.
I'm going to eat the pizza. Kelly can hold onions.
I appreciate it. That's hey, that's early Christmas present.
Well, Kelly, it's been my pleasure tonight. I hate that the result wasn't what we wanted, but we did get to see an exciting football game. I mean, I've never seen a first half like that. It was quite a buzzsaw, both teams. And like you said, the Rebels 9-2, best record in school history.
Yeah, hey, Mike, I agree. Thank you for being willing to work with me. It's been a fun night. Like I said, I wish it would have ended different. Thanks to Piper Peach for doing this for us and bringing the high school football to the people out there, which is an amazing. So it's great to be a part of such a great group of people. Baiting those guys are amazing. So it's been a fun time.
It has been a fun time, and I've thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I thank you for your time. And I just want to tell all the people out there that our time's up. We thank you for yours. Tomorrow night, tune in tomorrow night for the Maplesville Red Devils.
RC Hatch.
And they're playing the RC Hatch from Uniontown, Alabama. That ought to be a good match. I tell you, those Maplesville, they've got to be ranked in the top 1 or 2. I mean, they really got a good club this year. I remember the first game they beat Fife, which, is a perennial power.
This could be the year for Maplesville. They've got a very strong team. We should see them in the Super 7 in Birmingham here in about a month. And so Jason and Green and Van Clements on the call tomorrow night down in Maplesville. So once again, Mike, thanks, man. It was a fun night.
It was. It was a great night. And I want to wish you folks all a nice evening. And tune in tomorrow for the game with the Maplesville Red Devils. Thank you, and have a good evening.